in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. Man, I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, man, I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
Yes, good people. Big up to all of you. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Another edition of the Blue Morning Show. Today, the main program for the day will be the lineup exercise where we select Chelsea's best 11 after week 29. But we do have some news items to address, and chances are as the show progresses, some of the members in the chat will be suggesting some news items to talk as they emerge. And also, please, more importantly, before we continue, I'd like us to remember whenever we debate, whatever we say to each other, all coming from respective places of love. It's all because we love Chelsea Football Club, and we have to disagree to agree, learn from each other. If we all agree, then something is wrong. But that's, by the way, sit back, relax, and let's get into the show. Yes, good people. Big up to all of you once again. Welcome to another edition of the Blue Morning Show on a Chelsea Perspective. Yes, it's still morning for me. So 5:25 a.m. I know some of you is already afternoon, but that's, by the way, without wasting much of your time, I'm going to say hello to those of you in the chat. Come back on the panel. I have my bro DJ in the house. DJ, I appreciate you, and this is for you. I hope you're doing well. Then beyond DJ in the chat, also said big up Coachella in the comments. The first one here. Where is everyone? They're there. But thank you for asking that question. And a lot of people, Mr. Jude, you're getting closer and closer to 50 subscribers. That way we can start doing live shows on your YouTube channel and get the opportunity to expand the fan base of our beloved club, Chelsea Football Club. And I hope we can get there as soon as possible. And Hassan, nice to see you. Hassan, I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you joining. And my bro, Constantine Dunn. Big up to you, bro. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I hope you're doing well. Yes, I can't spell your name how I say it. Yes, people, smash the like button and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The likes do go a long way. Let's see our big up legends, and that's Rich Money Makers. Big up, big up, big up, nearly legend Constantine Dante. Big up legend DJ Surf. This song about a changing manager. No, it's not. You're the one interpreting it to be that. But yeah, you have every right to see how you deem fit. Anyone? No, not me again. Leighton, leave me alone. Let's see. Come on, everyone, hit the like button and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The likes do go a long way. Sincerely, do appreciate you all. Here's what we have lined up today. The Chelsea best 11 after week 29, and also some news items. And chances are, as I've said before, as the show progresses, we'll get some news. Again, I have one window open to look for anything new, and some members in the chat can bring up some new items as they emerge. But that's by the way. But more importantly, remember, respect for each other is important. We can disagree, we can debate, fiery, heated debates, but it's all coming from a place of love. We all love the club, and yeah, if we all agree, then something is wrong. More importantly, but the attitude we don't want. You don't want anybody to, you have to force people to align with you on your opinion, because everything we present here, all opinion is said when you have numbers on some facts to back it up. But that's by the way, Constantine Dante, Rich Money Makers, nice to see you. DJ Bro, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I suspected you were going to be here because it is Saturday. So how are
It's
you
Saturday.
doing?
Big up to you, Chiller. It's great to be back on your stream as always, bro. Big up to every single one in the comment section. You guys know what to do. Please smash the like and subscribe to the channel as always. But yeah, I'm always going to be here. I'm always here for a fight, Kachilla. As you know, I'm here for when it comes to my football club. You know what I'm here for. And let's be great. It's been an excellent week, bruv. I can't complain. It's been an excellent year. We've had some turbulent stuff regarding. I won't go into too much. I'm sure you're going to get onto it later. But we've had some turbulent news about our football club. But there's also been some good factors that have come out of this week. So I can't complain. And yeah, let's do this, bruv. When you're ready, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm ready. You take 6 days to prepare for a fight and then come on the seventh day. I don't. I don't think it's fair because for me, all I do
Prepare
every
6
day
days,
is
bruv.
fight, especially with
Nah,
my bro JC. Fight every
JC,
day.
oh yeah,
I face in
JC.
most cases just me facing the entire chat, but I will survive. Let's see what else we have. They keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Thanks, Constantine Dante. Just all respect and love. A big up, coach. Big up to you, 240 viral videos. I hope you're doing well. Do you actually own a YouTube channel? If that's the case, I'd really would like to help you promote your channel. That's what we do here. More importantly, you're a Chelsea fan. Nightbot never speaks to me. If you say hi, he says hi to you. If you say hello, he will say hello to you. But if you just come in and start talking, especially start talking about sugar, he will look away from you. Good morning, all you beautiful people. Chelsea Ultra, I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I hope you're doing well. Yep, God took 6 days to create the world and rested on the seventh day. Yeah, but DJ fights on the seventh day. He takes 6 days to prepare and comes to fight on the seventh day. And my assistant, Santiago Muno, is in the house. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I hope you're doing well. DJ, let me ask you this question. And if you are in the chat,
Yeah,
let me ask you this question. And I'm going to say this before you respond, or
sure.
maybe I'll let you guys speak.
Yeah.
When you guys are done talking, I will say my opinion on that particular question. Are we in crisis? Are Chelsea
No,
in crisis? Let's
no,
get a response to
we're
that.
not in crisis. We're not in crisis, Kachilla. I just think what's happened is what it always is every international break that comes up, the media decide to have a Chelsea frenzy, laugh at Chelsea Day every time. It always happens, and they've been called out for a lot. But this time round, they've had it all backfired on them because our Chelsea Support Trust have come out and put one back on them one back on them about our owners. And so they got not much to fight about apart from hearing comments from Simon Jordan in Talksport and other people making their comments. And I always have respect for Simon Jordan because obviously he used to be an owner of Crystal Palace. But when it comes to the finances side of things and what he was talking about on Chelsea and these owners and why the fans are really bemused by these owners, For him to come out and say that, oh, if it was me getting a letter, I'll just put it in the shred. I'll just shred it up and throw it in the bin, or some nonsense he came out with. And usually, I have utmost respect for Simon Jordan and big up to him on Talksport. But he did come out with some comments this week that annoyed quite a lot of the Chelsea fan base. And he doesn't understand when the club are trying to fight for their club. Any football fan out there that wants to fight for their football club, and we're getting slated for it. Okay, I don't understand it. Him being an ownership notice, and we're getting slated for fighting for our football club, and we have every right to fight for our football club, because what these clowns are doing at our football club, and I'm going to say the word clowns because it has been used with them. I've been going on about these guys for a long time now. Okay, it's finally come out, and there's been posters being put up at Stamford Bridge, or not at Stamford Bridge, but all around the Chelsea community now, for these guys, and they have every right to do that because of the way they've been running things. They're ruining our football club, and I wish fans would wake up and smell the coffee sometimes and realise what they're doing, but they don't. They all want to give these guys a...
All right, I'm gonna keep reading. DJ looks like he has a connection issue. His audio. If he comes back, he can start speaking. Rich Moneymaker says he lost respect for Simon Jordan, and Chelsea Ultra saying we are in absolute mess. These owners are nothing but money monsters. Yes, then if we want to say the money monsters, I think we have to say that how it makes sense. I don't think it makes sense for somebody to spend that much money and then doesn't want the club to do well. Football is a result-driven business, whether you're in it for money, whether you're in it for trophy. If you're in it for money, you'd have to be winning games, be better place, be in a better position in the table to be able to participate in the UEFA Champions League, to make a lot of money. And even if you argue that buying, selling players will make them a lot of money, you have to be performing. Because if the players aren't doing well, you're not going to make a lot of money from selling them, if that makes sense. So, yeah, yes, do I think they've been perfect? I'd say no. But I think they mean well. And I think we should be cautious not to make ourselves laughing stocks to other clubs. They've not been perfect. I think they've taken a corrective measures, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing so far. But more importantly, they're learning. And I think we should be cautious. There are things we'd say will make what we making ourselves come across as this. Yeah, we are in crisis. We are actually in civil war, just like a lot of people think it is. They've not been perfect, but let's be truthful to ourselves. It doesn't make sense really to say they spend that much money and they're deliberately dragging the club into, you can say, a bad place, for lack of a better language. It just doesn't make sense. They will lose their money. But that's beside the argument. The question is, I hope DJ comes back. The question is, are we in crisis? Let's hear you. I don't think we're in crisis. I think if anybody says we're in crisis, that person has a lack of understanding of what's going on at Chelsea right now. Where we are today for multitude of reasons, and not down to just the owners. But that's just my opinion anyway. We're all entitled to our respective opinions. And we have the blue tip again. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Even though I don't want you to be there. You're my bro, but you and I have never aligned in terms of our opinions. Always in the chat, slating me, fighting me, bringing heat from the negative place, burning the board of the soundboard and ensuring it doesn't work. Oh my gosh, where's DJ Surf? Looks like bad connection, but the Bluetooth again. Much love to you, brother. I appreciate you. So the question once again is that, are we in crisis? And I'm going to repeat my response. I don't think we're in crisis. I think if anybody says we're in crisis, it's a lack of understanding of what's going on. Why we are where we are today. That's my own opinion. And Simon Jordan, I think he, in my opinion, he was factual to an extent, and then he wandered into his usual thing, slating Chelsea and Chelsea fans and all that. Simon Jordan says things to get views. He loves the controversies. Some of his comments are ridiculous. You could say in most cases a lot, but in some ways I agree to what he said, but he overdid it. Stephen Boson cuts DJ off. DJ will come back. I think it's a connection issue. I'm quite sure he will come back. You don't have to do well. If you buy and sell for profit like a business, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Then these guys, let me just use another language. These guys, uh, they're billionaires. They're not like millionaires who are looking just to make 100, who are looking just to make 100 million or 50 million, right? Here and there. They want the club to become so big that they'll be making billions. That's why they are eager to build a stadium. That's why they're eager to, you can say, to build a stadium in a way that the capacity will be huge. Have you heard them speak about their vision of the club? And I'm going to repeat this again. With all due respect to you, Chelsea Ultra, where's you here? You know I respect you and I love you. I'm looking for you actually because I think you're due to become a moderator here. But my point is, football, whether you're in it for profits, whether you're in it for trophies, simple. That's the most accurate definition is that it's a result-driven business. If you're in it for trophies, you have to win to win. You have to win trophies. It's simple, actually. If you're in it for money, you have to be winning. You have to be doing well to participate in Europe to get a lot of payoff. You have to be winning trophies to attract big name sponsors. So it's not that simple. So, but let's answer the question. Let's not get into the argument we've had yesterday. And you can say at one point, if we're very careful or mature enough, it probably lead us into getting personal with going at each other from a personal, you can say on a personal level, and that's dangerous. There's always something to learn. And one thing I've always said, please, no matter what you say, mind the language you use. We all love Chelsea Football Club. Those that are saying that the owners are cutting into name calling, they want the club to do well. And they want the club to be doing well like yesterday. And I understand that. But I always preach, let's always be you said try the best we can to be respectful of what people were talking about or people were critiquing, because there's a thin line between critiquing somebody and also abusing, you can say, the right you have to critique that person. But unfortunately, a lot of us don't know how to do that. But if we can learn to do that, I think it will go a long way. Let's see what else we have here. Rich Moneymaker saying, again, I'm waiting for your answers. Are we in crisis? And I'm saying, if anybody thinks we're in crisis, then you don't have a good understanding of what's going on. I expected us to be where we are today, maybe a bit better. Says again, I've done my research on Stefan. Okay, if he keeps talking rubbish about Chelsea, he might get a red a red letter of the Chelsea Lego team. Let's see what happens there. Arsenal and Man United have both approved that you can make profit with no success, but not enough profit. But these owners don't look like they want that sort of profit. If you hear them speak about their vision, and this is at least listen, let's be true. You can't be finished 10, you can't be finishing 10th and be making good enough profit given how many people, how many you can say the number of people that comprises for lack of that comprise the ownership. It's not that simple, really. So if we can, we have every right to critique them, but let's do that objectively, in my opinion. They've made mistakes, and I agree, but I think they've learned, and I think they will get it right. Very good point, Chelsea Ultra. Someone on the chat room with financial intelligence. Let's see what else we have here. I don't even know what Jordan has said. I never watched that show. Listen to him. I think he's critiqued the letter that was written to the owners. And in some aspect of his criticism, I agree with some aspects of his criticism, but he went over the board. The letter, for me, it's good. Sorry?
I can explain his point.
Yeah, okay, let me just catch up. Just one few more comments there, Bob, if you don't mind. Coach, I do what I do. I keep you at the elite level. We cannot afford for the great Coachella to get boarded by rival fans. So just look at it. Your press assistants are training big. Much love to you, brother. You know it's all coming from a place of love. You know that. Ngolo Dante just saying hello. I think I need a command for BRB. And I'm going to tell you when it's ready. Chelsea Ultra Arsenal can still be successful without Champions League football. You don't. Anyway, we all see it differently. The owners and shareholders have made a huge sum of money, and and ours would do the same. I don't think they will. I respect you too, coach. It's always love. Yeah, it's always love, bro. And in a boring football world, we are headline news, and that is to okay, and that is to whom much is given, much is required. And I am proud that we are London's biggest club. So it comes with the territory. Yep, London is blue, and I think we will maintain that. You can say we will remain the biggest club in London for the foreseeable future. Except if we continue down this path, but I think things will change. They're learning, and the way they speak shows that they're learning from our mistakes. Bobby, go ahead. Let's hear you speak about what you want to speak, and I want you also to
Yeah,
come
I
back
hope I don't
to
get cut
answering the
off
question.
because I'm on the road and
Yeah, I can sense that. I can
where
hear the
I'm
background
driving.
sound showing that you're on the road.
Yeah,
And I want you
where I'm
also to answer the
driving is
question
not
whether
the best.
we're in crisis. Go ahead, Bobby.
No. The answer to that is no. And that sort of question, with all due respect, is posed by someone that doesn't understand the trajectory of what's going on. And is probably a
Yeah,
young person that has never experienced what it means to rebuild and to endeavor and to reset or indeed to start to build. You know, this is what happens when you rebuild. This rebuild has been well thought after. However, like with anything that is new and is in the beginning stages and is pioneering, as Chelsea are, we're always pioneers, we're never followers. It's risky, and in which I also believe they have learned from, and they will flagship this model. And everybody's going to be copying it when it becomes successful. Look, we have to just be patient. I know it's uncomfortable because we're all winners. The fans are winners. We thrive on winning, which is fantastic. But sometimes you've got to take the rough before you get the smooth. Can you still hear me? I'm concerned because of where I'm
yeah,
driving.
yeah. We can hear you. It's a bit noisy, but we
Okay.
can understand what you're saying.
Now, what Simon Jordan was saying as a non-Chelsea fan, he doesn't support the club. He was an owner of Crystal Palace, so he was a kind of competitor. I wouldn't call them rivals, I'll just call them competitors. But he's a very objective and shrewd man. And he had a go at the fan base, and I think the fan base needed it. Now, I don't support what he was saying because I'm a Chelsea fan. You go at our fans, you're going at me. But he was right in some things, he was wrong in others. Everybody's scared. That's why they're attacking us so much and trying to throw discord, the usual discord and the usual, what's the word I'm looking for? They're trying to throw the usual scandal at Chelsea. But I think the fans are beginning to get wise to it. And it's not going to work this time. That nonsense in the way they published the Chelsea Supporters Trust letter and the way they interpreted it is not going to stick. We're sick of this. You know, most of the fans are now prepared to go the distance. You know, we're in it, so we've got to stick with it, and we've got to go the distance. And what Simon Jordan, although quite rightly was saying, he was attacking those that spit their dummy out the pram. They've been so used to being spoiled, and he's re-educating them that, look, the layer of the land has changed. It isn't the Abramovich era. These guys are as benevolent as Abramovich was in.
All right, looks like we've lost the Bobby once again. And let's start addressing some of the stuff we have. A big up to you to Vic. Vic, I'm still trying to find a way to big you up or shout you out whenever you join the show. But more
Terms of
importantly, Vic, my
how
bro, I hope you're
charitable he
doing
was
well.
towards the club, but
Like it looks like Bobby, I think you'd be better off taking your time and join us back once you get to where you're going so that we um yeah, the sound issue isn't working, and we cannot be, you can say, going on a break every now and then to see when you're not speaking. So let's see. Big up to you too. I appreciate you finding time to join the show. I hope you're doing well. I will be more than happy if these owners prove we are wrong in 46 and have lives. This club they will prove that. I think we will get there. It will not be easy, but eventually we will get there, in my opinion. Let's see what else we have here. Just testing some commands there, but I appreciate you, DJ. Go ahead. You were saying something. I don't know if you've talked whether we are in crisis or not. I want to hear you talk about that.
Yeah. No, as I said, sorry, Kuch, I got cut off earlier and I had a phone call and whatever, because I'm using my phone, my mobile.
Oh, okay. Was that the reason?
That's the reason why I broke. Every time I get a phone call, yeah, because I use my iPad in it, and I don't have my iPad because my iPad is not working. So I'm using my mobile phone now for a lot of these streams now. So once I get my iPad sorted, I'll be able to go back on that again. But going back to what I was saying earlier on, listen, I love Bobby. You know, I love Bobby's opinions and views, and I get what he's saying. And I get what he was trying to say about this new situation at Chelsea and what's going on. I think the reason it wasn't so long ago, Kuchilla, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, yeah, maybe if you were streaming that long, but it was over 10 years ago or 15 years ago when Arsenal fans and Man United fans were complaining about the owners because they were not winning, they were not getting where they wanted to get. They will talk about the owners, this and the owners that. And us Chelsea fans are also going along with them and saying, you know what, in order to get your success and to get your stuff back to where you want to be again, you need to start looking at your owners and what they're doing. And my thing with these owners is, look, I get this new project that they're trying to bring to the football club, but my point of these owners is they've gone and got rid of. I know people want to turn around and say whatever they want to say about Thomas Tuchel. They can say what they want. They've gone and got rid of our winning manager. They brought in an idiot in Graham Potter. Sorry to say his name, or jellyfish like Graham Potter. They then went and brought in Frank Lampard, who's a legend, just to make the fans happy, the fans quiet, because they knew they were getting a lot of stick from the fan base then. And then obviously Lampard stayed till the end of the season. Okay, they then brought in Poch. They got rid of a lot of our players. Okay, and we're going down this avenue now where people are saying about our financial situation. And what's getting me more annoyed as well, Kachilla, is people people go on about saying forget about the Roman era, but people also got to take a realize of what Roman has done for us as an owner. And people want to leave this guy's legacy as he left this club in debt before he went. Okay, he put Chelsea in a lot of issues and problems. There are a lot of things that have come out in the last couple of days about how we got Conte, how we got Eto'o, how we got Willian, these overseas payments and all this nonsense that's come out. Now, until that is actually fully proved, we can't really say it's 100% certain, right? But it's just allegations at this moment in time. That's why I need to use this word properly when I say allegations. Yeah. But until the truth actually comes out, Roman did he did wipe out the debt before he left Chelsea, so we were not in crisis. The whole situation, so we wouldn't actually go into liquidation, because a lot of people use that word liquidation, administration in the last couple of days, used towards Chelsea Football Club, which was again utter nonsense, because there was no way we were going to go into liquidation or administration either. Okay, and he wiped it out so these new owners would come in. But one of the things he said to these owners were they were not allowed to take any money out of the football club, at least in their first 10 years of owning our football club. They're not allowed to take any kind of money out of the football club. All they have to do is get what they need to do, build a new stadium, which is one of their planned projects, which is all of a sudden it's gone out the window now, as we've seen, because they are now raising the ticket prices up. And if anyone knows what the new ticket prices are up, if you've got a 60,000 capacity crowd at your football stadium, Kachilla, they are the ticket prices they're putting the prices up to, they're hiking them up to now. And we don't even have a 60,000 capacity crowd at Stamford Bridge. I can understand those prices going up if we were 60,000, but we're not. So they've hiked the prices up. They've hiked the coach prices up. Yeah, they've done a lot of things. And that only means one thing. Yeah, we are in some kind of trouble. Okay, because you don't just hike up the prices for no reason if there's no other things. Then let's talk of we've got to sell a lot of players now. Okay, to raise 200 million before the 30th of June. There's a lot of things that have been coming out now until this is actually apparently it's all been taken from our accounts statement sheet that stated all this. How true this is, I don't know, but a lot of these so-called financial experts that have been talking about it have been saying they've looked at Chelsea's figures, they've looked at the last 2 years of the account statement, and we've seen apparently the Mason Mount sale. I think you heard about the Mason Mount situation. That sale was done and it was put into last year's figures, not this year's figures, or something like that came out. So there's a lot of things that are coming out that are not adding up. And, people were saying about we were in debt when these guys, surely when you're buying any kind of entity or any kind of football club or any kind of business, surely you look at the figures before you buy anything. So these guys already knew what Chelsea were into before buying us. Now all of a sudden they're now, washing it out. They're obviously coming out now and saying it all now in the public, just because they know all the fans are starting to support Roman Abramovich and chanting out his names at games now, and they're trying to find a way of getting at Roman, and they're doing a pretty good job of it, because some fans are already starting to believe it all and coming at Roman. But my point of this whole thing is, we're not in a crisis. However, the Chelsea Trust have come out and said what they've needed to come out and say, the Supporters Trust, because there are issues at this football club that we need resolving. They've completely taken us down a completely pattern of route with this new project they've brought in. I get what Bobby's saying. We need to take time with this project because we're winning. It's not about me being a winner. It's how our football club is run. And when Simon Jordan said back in the days about the 80s on his programme on TalkSport, oh, they want to go back to them days of the 80s when Stamford Bridge was we were not even in the second division, by the way. All right. In fact, we were in the second division because it was known as Barclays League Division 1 back then. Yeah, we were in the second division back then, but we got back up again. Yeah, we were not as bad as he made us out to be. We won things before Roman came as well. People forget about that, but they don't seem to want to add that into the conversation. Right. So it's not just about Roman's money that we obviously got better when Roman came to the football club and we won more things. But these owners have completely taken us down a completely different route. OK, and at the end of the day, it's not for me about us trophies. And I want to see our football club run properly, bro. And at this moment in time, I just don't see it at the moment. And until these guys start making these changes, they're going to get a lot of things coming their way now. And I can just see it happening now in matches. I think we've got a game against Burnley after the international break, or it's Brighton, one of the two at Stamford Bridge. I think Stamford Bridge. I think we've got Burnley as our next game. It's good if we lose to Burnley. If Burnley were to take that lead in the form they're in at the moment, and they end up taking the lead against us, you just watch it get toxic at Stamford Bridge, mate, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get bad for these guys, and they've got a lot of things they need to sort out to get us back to where we want to get back to. So I can understand everything what Bobby said, and I agree with him. And you know, Bobby, I have so much respect for the guy because he does talk a lot of sense. But some things I don't go along with in terms of where these guys are at this moment in time. And I have to see a lot for me to start changing my mind about these owners, because at this moment in time, I've got no faith in these guys at all. I'm sorry, I don't.
You don't have to tell me you're sorry. You're entitled to see them how you deem fit. We all see things differently. What I'm going to say is this: I think it comes down to the individual who you ask, and I'm quite sure you agree. You do agree that we're not in crisis. I think people expect a lot more to be happening. A lot of people, even those that were cheering the signing of Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, all the players were signed. Mihailo Mudryk, we stole him from Arsenal, and all those players we signed, people were cheering it. Some of them are also saying, we signed the wrong players. Yes, then, when we make that many changes, first of all, that will almost always be an issue because of lack of team chemistry and all that. It will take time. I think we have a very good squad. I didn't expect us to be playing at the same level as some of the top 6 teams right now. But that's I am entitled to my opinion. And I'm going to say this: the letter, I have an issue with some part of it. Let me just say one part of it. The other part, I think, the fans have every right to complain about it. But there are things you have to be cautious about. Nothing can change now. I think the timing for me, to an extent, is poor. If this letter came at the end of the season, wherever we finish, and tell them, let's change things a bit so that we don't go through what we went through, then good. But now, if anything, it heightens the toxicity in the fan base, within the fan base. But that is my opinion. And nothing can change now. Nothing can change now. If I were one of the leadership members of the leadership of the what's it called, Chelsea Supporters Trust, I said, let's wait. Once we get to the transfer window, write a letter telling them, look, we've tried the young players. It hasn't worked. In the Premier League, you need more experienced players to balance things out so that the team can do better. We are appealing to you to please consider signing more experienced players to balance things out. These young players, they are good, but the truth remains it will take time for them to gel well enough to win us trophies. There's a way you speak to somebody, they will listen to you. But there's a way you speak to somebody, they will feel challenged. I'm not a psychologist.
Sorry, bro, quick question.
You get my point.
Yeah, quick question for you, bro. But do you not think, though, that a lack of communication to the fans that these guys have been doing okay, since they've come in, it's not great at all. Because let's be real here, they went and sent this Jurassic, I call him Mr. Jurassic Park, who's got a name of Jurassic Park guy, who's come in and done his comments to send him out as their speaker, right? Why can't they come and address the fans? What have they got to hide? If they think they're not doing a bodged up job, okay, I know they've got busy lives. Yeah, they run businesses here. They got to do this and but they're still massive.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go on. I know they're massive.
That's where. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you drop.
No, I was just going to say, bruv, I was just going to say, at least have a fans forum. Sit down, talk to the fans. Okay, Roman Abramovich never done much talking. I get that, but when he was always around, around Stamford Bridge, and whenever he was doing things, yeah, he didn't talk to many people, right? But what he was doing was he sent certain people to go, but he was always nearby should questions need to be answered. These guys are not even there to answer questions, right? Okay, they don't want to address the fans. They're doing this to Strasbourg at the moment, and we all know about them. Big up to the Strasbourg Ultras, by the way, because they're going to be doing their protest from the 31st of March. And I dread to think what's going to happen to that protest for these owners, right? If this carries on, and now they're doing it, if they're doing it to a club like Strasbourg, and Strasbourg probably thinking they're doing it to a big club like Chelsea, who are obviously bigger than they are, there is definitely issues behind the scenes, bro. And this is why I keep saying, at least you need to address your fans. You're gone. Yeah, go on.
Let me say this, DJ. Again, I don't need to say without due respect. You know, I respect you, and you know the foundation of Chelsea perspective. We're here to debate. We all don't have to agree. Just 1 second, DJ. 1 second. Go ahead. You can speak to the people there. 1 second.
Yeah, people, listen, I know there are a lot of people in the comments. Big up to everyone in the comments, as I said. I know we've all got our views and opinions on how our football club is run. We all love our team. We all love our club. We have a strong passion for our club, but for myself, just seeing what's been going on in the last months or so, I think you guys have known when I've come on these streams, I've not been happy about the owners for a long time. I've said a lot of things have to be addressed. And I did say at some point in one of the streams, I go, if this continues on, as I said, something will be said eventually. And now the Chelsea Supporters Trust have now come out and decided to come out of it now. People say, well, they've chose their timing, maybe at the wrong time. But for me, I think they've done it at the right time. Obviously, everyone's on international break because we all know international breaks, as everyone knows, being a Chelsea fan, that every time international breaks come along, Chelsea Football Club always get the crap come their way. It's always us that get the nonsense from everyone, even rival fans that come at us for the stuff that's going on at our football club. And it's happened again. But this time around, we've had a situation where we've had the Chelsea Supporters Trust come out and say what they need to say. Here's what
I want to say, DJ, and I appreciate you for holding again for speaking while I had to go settle a fight. They woke up early. It's 5:59 a.m. So usually these days they wake up to watch football with me. They call it soccer. I'm trying to get them to call it football. So they're fighting already. I had to go sort that one out. Here's what I want to say, DJ. I totally understand your point. I don't condemn everything they said in the letter, like the ticket prices, like the fact that we have issues. But it's like this is no different from us washing our dirty underpants in the public. And I don't think I've said this, if I were one of the owners, if I'm one of the owners, the way the letter came across to me, because we all see things differently, I would be pissed rather than pay attention to everything else they want to say. My point is, I think the timing is dangerous. The timing is dangerous. Already, the timing has actually, you can say, it some people see it the way I see it. Some see it that like as if, we the fans, we're ready for war. Some people see it like that. We the fans, we're ready for war. Next time at Stamford Bridge, we're going to protest even more. And if the players aren't doing well, we're going to boo them. And what booing does to the mindset of the players, especially young players. I can't quite remember the average age of our players. So my point is the timing for me is an issue. And me, some point going to the extent of saying if things doesn't change, that we will witness again irreversible. What's the language used? Is it irreversible toxicity? I think that language is a bit too. Yeah, it's a bit too strong. If we feel like, okay, we're Chelsea, we're here, we're concerned about the direction our club is going, there's a way you come across to them. It doesn't even have to be an open letter. There's a way you have to write the letter, appeal to that is to the side of the owners, that when you appeal to, they pay attention. Like something like, we know you guys are really trying. I know you mean well, but we think the direction hasn't really worked. Can we try and do? We're appealing to you. Let them understand that they are in control. Let them understand. You understand it's their business, but at the same time, make them understand we're the fans. We're concerned. We know you're doing your best. We know you spent billions. We know you want us to do well. But if you pay attention, if you agree with us, we think that it hasn't worked. But the letter, to an extent, came across as threatening. Came across as the fans are important, but the way it was written can actually infuriate the person you're trying to get to do something. And I think the timing is poor. It will only broaden the toxicity within the fan base. And I'm going to repeat what I've said before. Some fans will be saying it, oh yeah, we're ready for war. Let's go. Hopefully we win the next game. And if any team, if the next during the next match, the opposition team scores against us, everywhere will catch fire. So this is as good as they are making. They did the right thing, but probably, in my opinion, the wrong way and wrong timing. It doesn't help. That's just my opinion. I don't know if you get my point.
No, I get what you're saying, Coach. I agree with you with one thing, and one thing go on, bruv, go on.
Yeah. I was going to say, if I am one of the, if I am among one of the leaders of the CST, I'd say, let's wait. Things are bad right now. Let's try even find a way to calm the fans down. Let's wait to the end of the season. You don't even have to say it. Or when we get like a month or before the next transfer window, which is in the summer, then you say, even if you write it now, but you have to watch the tone. Language can be dangerous. Even a single word for a person like me, I scrutinize every word that anybody that writes me use in their communication process, whether letter, whether an email, however you say it. Just wait, maybe 2 months or a month, or even if you want to do it now, fine. But use something. I'm going to repeat what I said before. Look, we understand you're doing your best. We understand you want to succeed. But if you can understand, we fans, we've been football followers all our life, what we're seeing here doesn't look like. We know, even if you think it's working, use the language, doesn't look like it's working. We think there's a need for us to change strategy a bit for the club, to change strategy a bit. Take your time, think about what we just said. That's the way you appeal to them. They'll be eager to do what you're asking them. And if you can see the response from the club, it's more of, again, political or defensive. That's because they feel attacked, in my opinion. And I don't think that will work, if you get my point.
No, listen, I get where you're coming from, Kuchilla, and listen, I can understand the angles you're throwing out there, and maybe the letter you're thinking the letter was written at the wrong time. However, I think the reason why the fight has come now.
Even write that, bro. Write a letter like that and use a better language, if you get my point.
No, I get that, bro. But
a more language that will not come across to anybody as you can say, as you're threatening them, or you can say, I don't know. The response shows you that they feel threatened. I don't think that was pressure. That was more like them being defensive. But go ahead.
Big up, JC. I just basically think it's because it's been lack of communication from these guys, Kuchilla. That's what's caused all this. Yeah, we all knew anyone that went to the Wolves game, right? And I said this because I went to that, and I told you when I came out that game what the stadium was like that day. Yeah, it was boo, 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 and that is all towards the manager, not the players, by the way, towards the manager and towards the owners of what was going on there. That's why you had the chance of Roman Abramovich, you had the chance of Jose Mourinho, all been shouting out in that game. If anyone that watched that game when it came on, if you ever had a chance to listen to it, but hearing it live, it's not very nice to hear it either. But I can understand why the fans were frustrated in that game, because in that particular game we got thrashed 4-1 by Wolves at Stamford Bridge. I mean, that is a joke in itself, right? And I think where our position is now to where we were last season, everyone would just say we were 12th last season, Kuchilla. We've only moved up one spot to 11th this season. you can understand the fans' frustration. And I keep saying, yeah, I agree. You shouldn't be booing your players. I would never boo a single Chelsea player out there. I think it's the worst thing you can ever do to a player, okay? Because I think it's bang out of order, okay? And maybe also to some degree, maybe it's bang out of order to maybe come at the manager sometimes. Or however, when the manager's sitting there with his arms folded and he says nothing, okay, all game, and he's there, like, you know, putting his hands up and just taking out, oh yeah, you know. Every fan will get frustrated about what's going on because the guy's clearly showing that he's either showing he doesn't know what he's too in depth to do. He's out of his depth to do this job, or he doesn't know what he's doing himself. And I think the reason why the let has come out now is because it's been going on. It's been like this for a while. Kachira. The fans have been not happy for a long time. And let's be honest here. Regardless of how much these owners have bought our football club, who actually runs that? Who actually is the mainstay of that football club? It's the community of Chelsea Football Club. It's the fans, the people that have maybe people's, I don't know, I'm going back generations now. People's granddads that have supported the club longer than I have helped build Stamford Bridge, made Stamford Bridge the way it is to this day. And when you get this situation happening and seeing the what's going on around your football club, of course, people are going to come out and say what they need to feel. And this is why I feel this letter is not a surprise to me. Maybe you could say maybe in some of the writing, maybe the stuff they put in there may have not come at a right time now. However, what I do say is a lot of this is mainly concerns of the way things are going at this moment in time. See, how I look at the letter is the concerns that were raised in the letter of what's going on with our football club. That is what my thing is, is the concerns. And for me, I feel the Supporters Trust have done the right thing in doing this to make these guys aware of what's going on, because no one is communicating to the
overall,
Chelsea
for me,
fans.
they did the right thing at the wrong time. The timing is not good. The timing amplifies. I'm coming. We'll get to you, JC. Don't worry. I hope you're not at work today, Saturday. I don't know if you work Saturdays.
No,
I'm going to say this, DJ.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think they did the right thing. Even if you feel like they did the right thing, this is the wrong time. They can't make any changes now. Even if you want to say, I think the language is an issue for me as an individual. But go ahead, DJ, if you've dropped, let's bring on JC.
Yeah, first of all,
remember, we asked the question whether we're in crisis, but somehow, unfortunately, you can say the situation is an elephant in the room.
Yeah, I am surprised. Like, we can keep coming back to the letter.
DJ, were you still speaking?
Just going to finish up. Sorry, JC. Big up to you, by the way, brother. Just big up. So I can understand why. All I'm saying is I can understand I guess all the fans are asking for, and I can understand what if you read that letter, all they want is some kind of someone coming out and don't send your right hand man, as I said, Mr. Jurassic Park, to come and do your work for you. You come out and address the fans. You guys support
Jurassic Park, by the way.
The guy, the name is Jurassic. Yeah, I see it. Jurassic, his name is, or something Jurassic. Yeah, I call him Jurassic Park. I always think every time I come across this, I always think about the Jurassic theme tune. You know, everyone remembers the Jurassic theme tune. Think of that, bruv. Every time I hear his name coming out. So yeah, that's the only reason why I've been saying what I've been saying about this. You know, they should come out and address the fans. Go on, JC. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, we have to move on from this letter. Letter is not a threat, and I do not understand how do you feel more threatened by the letter, but not by what's going on at the club. The gist of the thing is the club, not the letter. Letter is just merely pointing out to the fact. Move on from the letter. It's not a big deal. Don't make a big deal of a letter. Make a deal of the club. And it's like deflecting the main issues. And the letter is trying to bring, and it is the right time. This is happening right now, and they are just pointing it out. What you need to do is not make your wholesale changes. Letter is requesting to have fan engagement, have clear communication. Now, I do not know how coach interprets it, why he interprets it, and I don't want to change it. Everybody has his right to his opinion. But when it is a discussion in the community, you will hear noises of the opposite end also. And this letter is a perfect thing. It's a perfect thing. It's not a big deal. It's not a threat. Move on from it. The threat is what is happening at the club.
All right. It was DJ that took us to the letter. But Jesse, do you know I prepared for you yesterday? I knew you were going to come swinging at me. I'm just kidding, bro.
Yeah, coach, but why are we not discussing the letter written by Jurassic Park?
Jurassic.
That's a like a paper.
I don't like this guy. Jesse, let me ask you this, please.
Jurassic Park's letter then.
Let's listen. let's
Are you
let's
talking about
ask
his
you. The
response?
question I asked was that: Are
Yeah,
we
his
in
response was
crisis?
all crap.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say,
Are we
JC,
in?
the
Are we in crisis?
response.
That's why I said it came across as if he was being defensive.
It was not
Yep, he
defensive.
was
He
being
was just being
defensive.
ignorant.
Okay, you have every right to interpret it that way. The question we
But
asked
that's
that
how I
led to
interpret it. Yes,
DJ.
exactly. Because the letter pointed, the request was regarding a communication, and the answer was totally what is different, which is like already places with things which are in existing. Actually and factually, the letter was returned to the owners and Jurassic Park, and it got delegated down to Jurassic Park. So now the fans, like, the main concern is not only the actions, and what's also being pointed out by CSP is, you mentioned Abramovich, and there is a disconnect with Abramovich. He didn't speak a lot, but we know how much emotionally he was involved, and his channels of communications were the manager would always say win win win. The CEOs and all the rest people, always giving out a message: we are Chelsea, we want to win, 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 win. Our main vision was
100%
win.
agree. Yeah.
Yes, this management, this new ownership, what is the vision? Multi club, all other things. There is a disconnect, and this letter is asking is to have more engagement. It's not a threat, it's just requesting to have more fan and board engagement together, so that there is clarity. That's what I'm
So
trying to
Jesse, the
explain.
question we asked is that: Are we at Chelsea in crisis? That's the question we were asking. We asked, and DJ,
No, we are
as he
not.
was answering the question, did talk about the letter.
No, I mean, in terms
Are
of
we in
football, in
crisis?
terms of,
No, I said we're not in crisis. I did say before I
no.
addressed
No,
the
no,
letter,
DJ,
Kachil,
I
I
know
did
you've
say we're not
answered
in
that
crisis,
question.
bruv.
I just
Sorry,
want us
bro.
to move on from the again. The
Sure.
first thing JC talked is the importance of us moving on from that letter topic, and so we're trying to do that right now. And the question I'm asking him: Are we in crisis, or why are some people arguing that we're in crisis? Are we in crisis? If we're not, then what's our biggest problem right now?
I mean, the things are not perfect. They are not ideal, and there are certain issues which like keep popping up in the speculative markets, so for journalism and all about FFP and all that. So there is a lot of unclarity. But overall, if they are true, then we are in a crisis. But we cannot say they are true. So there is a lack of clarity on a lot of things, and on pitch we are not doing very well. But there is some improvement. There is definitely small improvement. I agree to that. The team is starting to show some signs of gelling and things like moving on. So I don't think this is a crisis. This is some improvement going on. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. So we have the Bluetooth again saying, I think 4.5 billion is a big enough price to pay for his minor discrepancies. Don't you think? Of course, I'm paraphrasing there. Don't you think? Could be worse. We could have had 115 charges against us. I'm not sure how Man City are gonna escape that one, but probably they have a lot of money and could drag on the whole thing forever by hiring the best lawyers in the UK to ensure they don't get into trouble. A lack of communication coming from the owners and the board seems to be missing. Which I understand. I understand that part very well. They need to communicate even more. And I think the fact that they promised, I think they saw there's something which we were told at the time designed to help them to help to keep the communications line open between the fans and the owners. What happened to that? I do not know. Bring me Rafael Leao and Kudus. John Watt, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. DJ Sava, our finances are okay, and we don't need to sell over 200 million worth of players, I'm guessing. Please don't listen, Stefan. And I love meeting with Chelsea executives to talk about these issues. John Shank, nice to see you, Mr. Shank. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. People having good conversation there. Vic always like to discuss with everybody. We need action, not talk. I think that's another way to say it. Maybe I'll take it. If the letter gets them to take action right now, But I don't see what action that can be taken right now. If anything, the window to do anything will be the transfer window in the summer to sign more experienced players to mix things up where necessary. And I think a number 9 is again, it depends on the manager. We've heard him say on occasions he's fine with Jackson and all Kunku and other players we have. As anything else we have it, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We are getting to try. We are getting to try to get experienced striker. Some members of the Chelsea board are concerned about the sporting directors. Let's see what happens. We need all these to let the young to play freely. It seems. I think we're better off using the language experience. I know in football it's easy, and you can say even in the traditional walk of life, not football, and you can say work environment, people do use experience interchangeably with age. In football, there are young players who's played a lot of games, even sometimes more than the older players, if that makes sense. But hopefully they will sign more experienced players. Experienced will go a long way. If we're trying to go just with the young players, it will take a while before things fall into place. And before we continue, I want to say thank you for 29 likes, but I know we can do much better than that. If at any time I need a break, it would be just to go make breakfast for my boys, but I can let the show go on if I have any trusted hand on the panel that can carry on without me. Even the Strasbourg fans are not happy with our owners. I think they need to educate themselves on how to manage football club. They should have done that before taking over. Okay, that's another way to see it. Maybe your first show on your channel, as we're getting closer and closer to 50 subscribers. I know you need 50 subscribers to get to to be able to live stream. Hopefully that first show you have DJ, me, and JC on the panel, because JC and we don't agree these days, and I enjoy debating him. He brings fire to the panel, and that's quite enjoyable for me. And I don't take anything personal, and I strongly believe he doesn't either. Any suggestions I can pass on to my contact, DJ? Some questions from you. Sorry, 23, and on that, just having a conversation there. Anything as the owners are finally being held accountable, long overdue. I'm not sure how that will be holding them accountable. I'm in some commands there. If you don't mind, somebody can type just BRB. Be right back. Let's see how Nightbot responds. Things were already toxic even when we won the Champions League. Yeah, you could say that. My point is, again, the timing. I have an issue with the timing, but a lot of people think it's fine. In my opinion, I think it wasn't the situation in terms of the toxicity within the fan base, because a lot of people see it. This is call for war, call to action. For I don't know what's the more correct language there. Okay, let's see what else we have here. I won the Champions League and people were celebrating, but with a bated breath, wanting to hate on the guy who got the winner. Okay, that's another argument on that. I'm quite sure a lot of people, given how you phrase, a lot of people know the player you're referencing, and probably a lot would disagree with you. Let's see. I am waiting for a chat with please go slug it out with him. And big up JC, even though you're on the panel. The only person I haven't figured out how to big up is Vic. I'll keep trying. The idea will come up very soon. Anything else to address here? End of season isn't enough time for change. Okay. How about if toxicity leads to us booing the players? That you can say, yeah, given their age, probably they don't have the mentality to deal with such pressure, because toxicity will lead to a huge of pressure on the players, in my opinion. You need to act sooner rather than later. It depends on the situation. Timing is everything, in my humble opinion. If we act near the end of the season, they will already have drafted a plan for the summer. Okay, that's up to you. It's a good way. I'm saying, I remember I did say it's not bad that they did it now, but could have been better close to the transfer window at the end of the season. But even now, language is everything. You want to appeal to the good side of the person you're dealing with, but maybe they don't know them well enough. And I'm still going to go back to what the class said. If you think pressuring them, like you said, will make them do what they don't want to do, you probably have to go to a dangerous extent to get them to do that. But that's just my opinion. Okay. I didn't bring that up. You're just accusing me. Was either that brought it up because he wasn't here yesterday.
It doesn't okay. I mean,
Let's
come
see what
on,
else we have here. Should have brought this at the end of the season. Anything else to address here? Coach is absolutely right, and this is where the board and Bali should have familiarized themselves with the culture, the relationship with the fan base. I agree with you. And they have realized CFC fans think they are partners. I think they're partners in so many ways. In so many ways, I agree with that. I just have an issue with certain aspect of the whole thing, but I want us to move on from it and not dwell on it.
Coach,
Actually didn't want
can
to talk
I
about it, but I have
can
to
I
allow DJ the independence to talk about it because he wasn't here yesterday. Our players
yeah.
are being booed and attacked by our fans, these owners. Do you think? Do I tell you they're not going to be able to take it? I think they will. They don't. They didn't. You can. Let me just use it. I don't know disrespect to the fans on how they feel about the situation we'll find ourselves in. They didn't become billionaires by being sentiments. They take action when they feel it's right and don't listen to what anybody else has to say. So I think they can take it. If they have to learn from it, good. Maybe we'll look to a positive change and I'll take it because my club will start doing well. The owners want success, but the sporting directors need to start to get more experience to make our team better to challenge for the championship. Let's see anything else here. We would be higher up if Poch wasn't Poch. Probably, I wouldn't blame Poch alone. I know you and I agree on a lot of stuff. I think had we been clinical, we'd be higher up. I keep saying that execution is everything. As much as I have my opinion about Poch, but the truth remains, yeah, the players we have, they haven't helped matters too. My problem is where were the fans when they're hypocritical? Yeah, you mentioned those you mentioned there. Sanctions are yeah. I expected people to do a lot more than they did. They did nothing. Yeah, people need to. I'm not reading that. Let's see. Just see, you were saying something.
Yeah, I just want to say is like the international fans, they don't hear a lot with what is going on in the local communities, and we a lot of
Ouch! You
fans.
just have a dig at me.
No. I'm also an
No, I'm
international
kidding. I'm
fan.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
And to understand correctly, I mean, end of the day, these are historical institutions, and they play a quite substantial part in the local communities and British culture. And DJ is there, and
Mhm.
he can highlight more such things which are important, which are part of the club ownership and culture and the structures. So I mean, Chelsea is involved with a lot of things like the veterans and all that stuff, which the international fans do not know at all. Many of them don't know. So I would really appreciate if DJ can throw some light on that aspect of
Yeah.
the club, and that is important. That is important. That's why they all say in England, like it's just not like owning a business. It's more than just a business. DJ,
Yeah, this. Yeah, I heard what you just said. You're 100% right, JC, on that. I think you all guys know. I think every time, especially during Remembrance Day, you see the old guys coming out during Remembrance Day with their poppy thing and all that because they've been involved with the club, the Chelsea pensioners, as they're known as. They've been there for many, many years, and I think we've got, I think it's one or two now left from there because they used to be like they used to come to almost every match, especially for things like that. They used to always appear. So, yeah, it's not just about what we obviously do around the community as a football club. It's just basically just generally around the world as well, and as and people that would obviously been supporting Chelsea and I'd say Bobby on this as well because he's been a fan just as long as I've been, and another guy I'd say Burton Ballers, another guy, big up to him by the way, Max, he's another one who's been around as well. He knows a lot about it. So all these guys that know of the cultures and what Chelsea stands for is 100%, and we are just that. It's just, we do a lot for the community. We do a lot for communities. Like probably most people could turn around and say, well, most of our clubs do that, but yeah, they do a lot for the football club, the culture around the football club, the way things are. And I think what we're seeing now of our football club to where we are now, I think it's just a lot of stuff. Got a lot of good stuff about Chelsea, unfortunately, because we're not liked as much as we are, don't get mentioned in the news. They always want to come with this bad negativity press rubbish about us, rather than look at the good things that we do for communities, that we do around the world and things like that. But we never gets mentioned. And but this is the hate of being a successful football club for many years. And because of our back in the day issues because everyone that's been a Chelsea fan, there probably are fans that have been Chelsea fans like I've been back in the day. We are quite, I don't want to use that term, I've got to be quite careful how I use this word here, but the club was known for its bad racism back in the day as well, which was completely put away under Ken Bates when he came in and stopped it all. So even back in the day, it wasn't great, but how we've grown over the years as a football club and where we've come as a football club, people will know it's changed so much. And people around the area where Chelsea is based, a lot of people have helped bring that community to where we are. It's not just about the football club. It's just the club is a community football club in general. And as I said before, there are fans out there that have been longer Chelsea fans than I have, that probably have their granddads that helped develop Stamford Bridge, make Chelsea where it is to this day. But none of these things ever get mentioned, unfortunately, in the press. It's all bad press for Chelsea. But JC, you're 100% right, bruv. We are a massive entity, but unfortunately, we're getting bad. Sorry, look, Kitchen. Yeah, go on.
No, go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead. I'll let you jump.
No, brother. And unfortunately, because we're going through bad times at this moment in time, and even when Roman came over, even when Ken Bates was there, we used to always still get the bad press from people. This is one of the reasons why Ken Bates banned the press from coming in there. We had now games not televised on games back in the days. All our home Stamford Bridge matches were never televised on TV. The only time you could see Chelsea in the 80s on TV is when we were playing away matches. But when it comes to Stamford Bridge, he banned them from coming over because this is what they used to be. This is how bad it got with even the people back in from the community. They never even watched Chelsea home matches come on TV from back in the day as well. So there's a lot of things that we've overcome, and we don't ever get it never gets mentioned enough. And this is why I feel that now, while the club is going through bad times, this is where the rivals or the people that can't stand us come out and say what they want to come out and say, because they're bad as down as a bad football club. We're not a bad football club. We're just going through any other football club, just going through a little situation at the moment. But that seems to be pinned up a lot in the press than the good, which is annoying for Chelsea fans.
DJ, tell me one thing, and also the organization.
I think that's a delicious.
Yeah,
that's a delicious comment from a question from JC. The culture is important.
I have a follow-up question also. I have a follow-up.
Yeah, just 1 second. Which was why I talked about maybe the owners not being well acquainted with the culture when they were hiring Pochettino. I did say that. Even though I was in support of them hiring them, given the options we had at the time, I did mention how the locals, the more traditional fans, not like they're better than any other fans around the world. It's just that they are more immersed in the rivalry between Chelsea and Tottenham. And I did say at the time, maybe the owners weren't paying attention to that. And you could argue that's one of the main reasons why even the slightest of issues we have, the more traditional fans take it and run with it. And we'll always reference the fact that Pochettino used to be Tottenham's manager. But go ahead, Jesse, so that we can move on and address the items we have lined up, and we still have to select our best 11 after week 29.
Yeah, Jesse.
And your follow-up also, I would like DJ to add a little bit more towards the organizations. They are also a part of the fabric of the club, like the Chelsea pitch owners and Chelsea supporters trust also. Yes. They do a lot of work, community work. I mean, 100%. They are not like a fan-based ultras group or something. They do a lot. They are primarily positive entities working together with club and the fans, and they have to be taken more seriously in the sense they are not threatening or anything. They are just working. They are there. They are working for the communities. Their role is very, very much active role in the local communities in and around the club, and they are part of the fabric of the club. I mean, they cannot be ignored.
100%.
Yeah.
100%, JC, you're spot on, brother. I mean, the Chelsea pitch owners, people don't realize they play a huge part. And this is one of the reasons why we've not moved from Stamford Bridge, and why Roman Abramovich even tried to buy it out, but we said no. The club, the pitch owners said no. My dad is actually a member of the pitch owners. He's been doing this for many years. He's one of the ones that's actually on that, and he's. I guess that's probably one of the reasons why One of the reasons why I get quite some information that comes to me. But yeah, they do play a huge part in terms of that, because obviously Roman tried to obviously there was all this talk of moving Chelsea out of its spiritual home to move us somewhere else, and this is one of the reasons why it's not happening to this day. Pitch owners will not allow that from happening, because they've got that kind of out that they will not have a chance to buy it in that kind of way, and this is why it stays strong as it is. And this is why we're hoping, and I'm hoping and praying still, that we will be able to still redevelop Stamford Bridge to a 60 or 70,000 capacity crowd if they follow their plans through. But unfortunately, that's now gone on ice at the moment, because these owners have decided they're going to hike up the prices. And so what people are going to ask the question of, where do we go now on this? And I think that's going to be something that will obviously be discussed in time. I still hope that Chelsea Stamford Bridge can be developed, but they do a lot of the work behind the scenes in terms of looking after the pitch and making sure no people like from the outside can come in and just take it away from us. That's one part they play in. And as for the actual to supporters trust, yeah, they do a lot around the community in terms of Chelsea. They not only obviously just do stuff what's on for the football club, but they do a lot of things inside outside the community for a lot of charities. They do a lot of things to benefit. There's a lot of things that never get mentioned, as I said, that never get mentioned about Chelsea. Everything that seems to come out is the bad stuff. But anyone that are true Chelsea fans, that know, not everyone are true Chelsea fans, anyone that knows, that comes and knows, they know how they communicate. Even people that are not Chelsea fans, that actually know football and have their knowledge of football, know what they do out there, but it just never gets mentioned enough in the press. It always seems to be the bad press. And anyone that's in the comments, and I'm sure there are probably some in the comments section that probably would say this, where I'm coming from, the same scenario, same situation. But like I said, we just never get enough mention of the good stuff that we are as a football club. But because of the way things are at this moment in time, everything is just bad at the moment about us. Which, if you take away the ownership to how, take the owners out of it for now, but just talk about the pitch owners and the supporters trust and the fans. That's what makes the football club what it is. But as I said, it never gets mentioned enough.
Yeah, big up DJ.
All right,
Yeah,
thanks so much. I
exactly. That's what
appreciate that.
that's need to be mentioned more and more, because that is very big part of the club fabric. And I think when Bobby comes in next time, we have to give him word about that as well, because you guys we are really happy to have you on this forum, because you people are the how to say, the diplomats who can share
They
this
are more
knowledge.
immersed in the situation than we are.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Big up DJ.
Well, some
Yeah,
delicious
yeah.
questions. Let me know in
Thank
the
you,
chat.
Jason.
It's just that JC is always busy. He has asked two delicious questions. I think he should be automatically be promoted to a co-host if he can have time. But he is always in one of those boring meetings. And yeah, but let's give those in the chat the microphone. We'll come back to addressing the items we have lined up. And then after that, we get to picking our best 11 after week 29. The audience will learn. They played smart, but they are understanding how things work in the Premier League. I think if they don't learn, then you'll be asking questions. How did they have as much money they have right now? That we get the hang of the Premier League by the time we're in the Championship, turning us into is that Pompey? They needed to be ousted. I don't think you can oust them. We have to work with them, and it's a good thing. We let them, you can, the fans, however you see the letter, they're letting them know how they feel about the situation. Maybe they will learn from it. No matter how you see the letter, I think it will send a message to them. With amortization at 75 to 80 million every season for the next 8 years, I am worried we will need substantial yearly income to keep spending. We are a long way from Starbucks. Okay. Hey, but let's see what happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. Chances are I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom. If I don't have much anything to address here, but I have Tobago. Tobago is in the house. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning, Tobago. I hope you're doing well. Much love to you. I hope your channel keeps growing so that we can expand our fan base with the good content you produce there. The heated discussion. No. I don't agree. It's a heated discussion, but JC comes with the fire. And look at this avatar. It's a light bulb, I think, with fire around it. So That's a good choice given where he's joined the show from. Hello everyone in the chat. I appreciate you all for finding the time to join the show. Today I would like you to do that with just do punch out hashtag. It will ask you some questions. The directors lack experience. That probably the biggest issue outside of the pitch, possibly. And again, they wanted to start with. They wanted to hire the best names. The best names at the time. How many of them were on break at the same time at the time? Here we go with the punch out. It's the owners. Okay. It's the owners. The owners are the problem, and that's Chelsea boy at 12:34. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Big up to you, Namara Fowler. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And Leighton with the breaking news. Our sponsors are happy with us being a very good cup team, but we need to improve in the league. Europe will help us get the Jordan deal. It's simple, common sense. Again, that's another argument for another day. They know we have to be up there to attract big name sponsors. You have to rewind it to somebody in the chat will educate you on where we're at. Tobago, indeed. Who told you Palmer is injured? We'll get to that discussion in a bit. There you go. Tobago, go check out his YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. Let's help him to continue to grow. He's my bro, and I know he knows the command that brings up this. And I'm gonna add more for those of us, again, our community members that own YouTube channels to help them grow. Let's see. Anything else to address? The media are going to try to put bigger wedge between us and the owners. Yeah, I think they will in so many ways. But let's see. Yep. Ask him that question again. Poch is the biggest problem. He should go. I'm not sure though. Anything else? I think I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom. He said, if I see anybody in the chat that I haven't said hello to, Dominic Anette, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. And Tommy Bryan, another man from the H place. Tommy Bryan, I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. It has also been confirmed. The Pochettino virus is a real one indeed. Let's see anything else. Sorry, guys. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Apologies to all of you. Shanks, nice to see you. If I haven't said hello to you, I sincerely do apologize. I like to interact with all of you. So the same with every other panelist members here. They want panelist member here. They want to interact with you. But if we keep reading just what we have in the chat, then we're not going to address the items we have lined up. It's been an excellent discussion so far. I always thought DJ is my person, but apparently DJ is on the same side with JC, but I will survive. But actually, they've kicked me out of the midfield. I'm playing single six.
Coachella, bruv, honestly, mate. I've gone against you, have I, today?
I'm playing single
you know,
six.
listen, bruv, we always have to be a disagreement, bruv, somewhere in it. I agree with you majority of the time, but sometimes I just still it's one of those, bruv. But you know, I've got so much love for you, bro, so it's cool.
No. You know, I don't take anything personal here. We're just kidding.
I know, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You should see. This is not the first. Here's then. If a JC can be coming onto the panel every day, then the panel will be fire all the time. I'm not saying the panel isn't fire whenever he isn't here, but he's different. The way he approaches his argument, debates, he's different, and that mixes things up in a lot of ways, and I like that. So the foundation for Chelsea's perspective is that you're entitled to your opinion. No panelists will shove their opinion into your throat. You present your opinion, panelists present their opinion. Panelists present your opinion. You end the chat and tell them that is absolute hot dog, that you don't agree. You can say the most you would do is that respectfully, I don't agree with that. And that's why we're Chelsea's perspective. It's not about the panelists' opinion or those in the chat. We interact to learn from each other. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope he gets better, brother. You did tell me that in private. Let's see anything else here. And we have, who do we have here? Chimera, big up the panel. Kachila out. I think you should get a response. Maybe coach out was the command on that day. Nightbot should respond to that one.
Cochettino,
Chimera out, you two.
Cochettino.
So this is saying, this first report here is saying that Southgate confirms Cole Palmer will not be playing playing Brazil at Wembley, which is, I think that should be today. Yep, that was the 22nd, 23 today. That should be today. I'm not sure. Maybe he has a knock or something. DJ, are you well acquainted with the situation?
No, I heard that news yesterday. Look, I think it's a slight minor knock he's got, which you've actually just said. I think it's a slight knock he's got, but according to Gareth Southgate's press conference, he did actually say that he'll be back for the game on Tuesday. So he'll be back in for that game. But today's game, no. I think there's quite a few of them not. I think even Harry Kane's a big doubt as well for both the games. But yeah, I know for Cole Palmer, 100%. I think it's just a little knock at the moment, but he should be back on Tuesday.
Okay. I hope he's all right. Again, he's a player I like so much. Yeah, maybe I should hate him so that I can be different. This particular report is talking about the Premier League has now confirmed the new date for Chelsea's rearranged of fixtures against Arsenal, and that trip to Aston Villa has been moved for live television broadcast. Okay, Arsenal versus Chelsea, 8 p.m. on April 24th. Is that correct? 23, April 24th. Yep, April 23, 8 p.m. UK time, which will be around what time? My time? I can't figure that out right now. Aston Villa versus Chelsea on the 27th. Yeah, 4 days after after the Arsenal game. Away to two away games, 8 p.m. UK time. So two difficult games for us. I hope we can win them both. And I strongly believe that we can actually beat Arsenal to ruin their title chase. I think we're capable of doing that because that happens every season. As much as I can remember, every time Arsenal they're in a good run, once he gets to play Chelsea, they lose in that game or they would drop points. I hope we're able to do that. It'd be nice to see them fight for the title and end the season without a single trophy. I would celebrate as if we won one. But let's hear you, DJ. I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
Oh, what's that, bro? Sorry. The Arsenal game. Did you say?
Yeah, Arsenal game. More importantly, I think we can beat them. Probably the players will be gassed up for that game on that day and will be working to beat Arsenal because it'd be good to see that they fought for the title and end up not winning it. And we, as Chelsea, one of the clubs, we ruined it. One of those that ruined it for them.
I'll be so happy if we can be the club, that ruins Arsenal chances for winning the league, as we did Tottenham's 3 years ago now, when Eden Hazard scored that goal and Leicester won it back in 2015. If we can do the same thing for Arsenal, I'll be the most happiest Chelsea fan alive, because I don't want these guys anywhere near the Premiership. And, I can just imagine. And the worst thing of all is, Kachilla, it's not about just the Premiership, I'm hearing Arsenal fans now talking about the double, including the Champions League, At least we can't see that happening. Yeah, JC's laughing. You know that, JC. Yeah, they're actually coming out. Bruv. Bigger fish to fry, bruv. Yeah, they're coming out and saying that they're going to win the double. I'm like, nah, you ain't winning nowhere near the double. So if we can be one of the clubs that can ruin them, I'll be the most happiest Chelsea fan around, because I can't stand Arsenal. So
I don't think they can win either trophies this season. I don't think they will.
Yeah, but I can say one thing. There is a detail which concerns me. There is one minor detail which concerns me. Last time we stopped Tottenham, Pochettino was in the other dugout. This time he's in our dugout. So I hope we stop.
Yeah, it's true. That's a negative. Yeah, he has to. Hopefully his Tottenham hate or his Tottenham dislike will be, I don't want these guys to win the league. That way he's coming to play. When you want his Tottenham brain to come back into action, look at that one. You're playing your rival, when you're a Tottenham manager. Yeah. So make sure this time we don't beat him this time round. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Just quickly, something that I want to say is this before I go to JC. I get it. It's a concern that the man in charge for us was on the other end the last time, but this time he's our manager. So I'd say maybe the spirit of the rivalry would drive the players to do more to help us ruin it for them, because ruining it for Arsenal will be no different from us winning the league. Because if they win it and we're where we are today, they will mop the floor with us, especially if they win the double. But I don't think they win. They win it. I think Chelsea. Man City will still win it. Arsenal they still have to play Man City, right? And I think they still have to play Liverpool. There are all the strong games and us. So I don't think they will, in my opinion. And it's really tight. And I don't see City losing games unnecessarily this time. It would take a lot for them to lose games. They come alive towards the end of the season. maybe they did that a bit
No,
too late this
you
time. Go
know,
ahead, Jesse. You
City
wanted to say something?
City has weaknesses and this
They do,
season.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and Arsenal is playing well, to be honest. Like if you are being rational, just talking, in terms of football,
Hmm.
it's like, in fact, Arsenal which is clicking in right now. Havertz is starting to perform. Other players are starting to perform, and City still has the same issue. Like you put a Gallagher on Rodri and they struggle. So I'm for us Chelsea. I'm more confident of beating City in the semi-final than beating Arsenal in the
Arsenal.
league. Yeah,
No, I have
because
to go along with
because
Jay. Yeah, go on, JC. Sorry, bro.
yeah, because there we have seen a pattern, a weakness, which their style of play, City's style of play, matches with what Poch does, and I think Pochettino has not lost to Pep in England at all. He's
No.
an unbeaten record against him.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Arsenal, like okay, I mean, last game, if not for those errors, we would have won. But Arsenal are playing well. They are playing well, and they are motivated right now. And we are starting to pick up. But now, if we look at our team, we'll come to that discussion later on. I understand in the topic Kuchila has it. Our team is half cooked right now, to be honest. The right side is working very well, where you have this Palmer, Gusto connection, and then you can sometimes bring in Madueke. The right side, attacking wise, is doing very well. What we are struggling is on the left flank. That's not performing like our right flank. And the balance of the team is like whenever you see us attacking, everything is going through the right side. The other half is missing. And our central attacking midfielder is good when he has to tackle, but he's not creative with the football. Like he's not like a Pirlo or something. So you have to pick and choose that number 10. So I would say our team right now is half baked, and Arsenal is almost complete. That team is complete. Well, we'll
Yeah,
see.
they
We'll
they
see.
they're more of a unit. They're more rehearsed than we are in
Yeah.
so many ways. Yeah,
Yeah, I was just going to say, you got to give credit where credit is due. I guess Kachila, they are playing good football last night. I
yeah,
don't
they
like
are.
them, but I got to give credit where credit is due. The way Lego head merchant Arteta has got them playing, they
Mm.
are playing. They are playing really, really good football, and you can't take that away from them. And yeah, they are going to be a tough team to break down. I think for myself, it will be. Can you just imagine? The thought of two of our former players going to that football club and winning a league with them. And you can imagine they go on to bonus and win the Champions League in Kai Havertz and Jorginho, and both of them end up getting the winning goals on either side. That will
Yeah.
just be a complete, honestly, in itself will be a bit, what do you call it, for me in that way. And but listen, that's not the main reason why. I just don't want Arsenal to win the league in general because of my dislike towards them. But I know they play good football in that way. It's just like Liverpool. I don't like them either
They played
because
good football too last
but they
season,
they play good
didn't they?
football
Yeah.
as well.
And
Yeah, they
and
do.
Yeah,
another
and here's
thing.
the, I would say here's something I want to say quickly. I'm going to say this: the fact that they let Xhaka go, I think
Yep.
they're not going to learn. I think that had they kept him, I think by now they'd be top in the table with a few more points. But he's one of their most experienced players and was brilliant for them. Why they let him go, I just don't know. But go ahead, what you were saying, JC, so we can move on to other topics we have
No, I
lined
was
up.
just also including like they have made good purchases this season. Arsenal, like they have brought in Rice, whereas our team this season has been missing a fit good number six. I mean, we do the job well when we have two eights like Enzo and
Hmm.
Caicedo working together. Then we control the.
Hmm.
Otherwise, we genuinely miss fit. I hope Lavia comes back, and he is a good player. But to be honest, I mean that's another unbalanced team we have right now, and there are question marks even after so much of investment. So I hope the owners some leaks were there that they planned like four window rebuild, and this is going to be the fourth window. I hope there is something like that, and that's what like they come out with and communicate and give more throw more light on
Hope.
the what's going on. But this our team right now to me is like not totally trash right now. No, and I think it's half cooked. And I think another part
For
of half
multitude
cooked
of
I can
reasons,
say
right?
is Pochettino. Pochettino as well. I don't think he is a complete manager, like a real top class who wins trophies after. That's maybe, but he's still unproven in that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this something I've said before. Again, I know I've said that Jan, football therapy is one of my favorite. Something he said that I believe, for instance, when he talked about Mihailo Mudryk a few months ago, actually, that he believes that the kid is massively undercoached, and I feel the same. But you know where I'm going with that, but I'm not gonna get to that anyway. Yes, Chelsea need to win the Arsenal Premier League a prevention trophy. Yeah, I like that one. Even though I don't like you, I'm gonna just try. I'm gonna applaud you. Hopefully, the soundboard still works. It has refused to work. Even though I wanna applaud you, it refused to work. So just go away. But let's see. Man City will beat Arsenal. I think so. I think City will win it. Big up to everyone in the chat, and Tobago. I've said hello to you. Yep. Dante, I hope your son gets well. And thank you for letting us know. Anything else here to address just conversation from people? Let me see. All right, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Coach, I hope Palmer will be coming on the 89 minutes for complimentary minutes and then get injured. I hope so. How can you trust Sterling in 2024? Talking to Richmond to make a snare. Trust me, Sterling will score more goals. I think Sterling at one point will start noticing his deficiencies, but it will take a lot. We will be again. We have to be more rehearsed and start playing more like a cohesive unit before that happens. That's just my opinion. Sterling should not play home games anymore. Seems like that fluke win against Leicester City is blinding some fans. Wow, some arguments. So let's go. The next item here, we've talked about this one. And this one here, Gianfranco Zola on joining Chelsea. I knew something about Chelsea because Robbie and Luca were talking to me about it a lot. Plus, I used to follow the other leagues, so I knew I was going into a good place. It turned out to be even better than he thought at the time before joining Chelsea Football Club. What a legend he is and a player I love so much. Let's see what else we have here. Next one. This is Marlo Gusso has a virus and was not feeling well this Friday morning. He will leave the French under 23 training camp and head back to London to recover. And hopefully by the time we play our next game, he will be available for selection. What a player he's proven to be for us. Again, how many assists in total? Up to 8. I think if we have time, it's Saturday. If people are still coming in, we could just get into looking at their numbers. But tomorrow's show will be about Chelsea season so far. We'll do a review, look at the numbers, what players have performed better than the others. Let's see, Poch out Starling out. Let's see what happens. Our youngsters love Starling, and Starling does help him quite a lot. But he hasn't, you can say, he doesn't lead on the pitch. Where in matters, he doesn't lead. That's a lot of questions. I still think when we become more rehearsed, when we start playing as a cohesive unit, I think we start seeing less and less of his deficiencies. That's because he will not be leading that much, and other players will not be looking after him. Starling can now be starting over Fofana next season. Wesley Fofana, what a player he is. Datro Fofana, I know you're mentioning what a player he is. Shoots from outside the box, a good dribbler, can be explosive, and an excellent finisher also. He's proven showing that he can be. Gusto got the positive virus. I don't think that's the case. Certain helps the youngsters, but doesn't help them where it matters exactly on the pitch. That was exactly my point. Yeah, helping them to miss one-on-one chances, helping them to become more selfish. Go away to Beho, really. Solid numbers are showing super sub qualities. You can't argue that's the case. Wyra or Wira, it's a mistake we sold Mount. That's your opinion. There are a multitude of reasons why he was sold. I have my opinion on Mount. I never said he was a good player or not good enough for Chelsea, but we get to that in a bit. Look at Chilwell, Mount and Werner link-up play in olden days. Olden days indeed. Olden days indeed. 3 years ago, olden days. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along. We appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. As the show progresses, if we see if any new news emerges, again, if anything emerges, we will rest assured we will talk about that. But we have 38 likes. The aim is that we're not going to stop the show today until we get to 100 likes, and I know we can. In total, we have 68 people watching, 35 on X and 31 on YouTube. And I want to appeal to those of you quickly. I haven't done that today, that are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the show. Just know that we appreciate you, and that's because you watching alone does go a long way. But we want to ask you for one more favor, which is to take a second and drop a like for us on the stream to help us garner more likes. And that's because the more likes we garner, the more the YouTube algorithm will be triggered and be pushed to push the stream to more people be interested. Raheem Sterling is an inexperienced player. We should stop protecting him. It's not, I guess. That's what you're saying. Sterling Fernandez likes his Portuguese cousin Bruno. Nothing but start merchants. Wow. Some argument right there. We could have used the Sterling money to sign a proper winger like Musiala or Wits. I don't think we'll be able to sign Musiala with how much we pay for Sterling at the time, in my opinion. And where was the other time when we signed Sterling? Okay, at Bayern already. Come on, guys, hit the like button and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. 40 likes. If we don't get it to 100 likes today, we're not stopping. It's Saturday. I'm not too concerned. My father-in-law can help me make morning tea for the kids and all that. Subscribe. New here, very interactive. Waira. Okay, let me say this. Is it Waira or Wira? Which one is this? If the latter is the correct pronunciation, Wira, let me know. But welcome to the community. Feel at home. Express yourself. All we ask of you is to keep it civil here. Your opinion matters as long as you're not name calling. I think the PSR rules have stopped the other Premier League teams taking advantage of us. Yeah, it has stopped the league also not overspending, not spending more than other clubs. And Waira, please do not use more than 3 emojis. If you use more than 3 emojis, the machine that is policing the chat, Nightbot, it will time you out. It's not a human being, so don't get it wrong. Please don't use more than 3 emojis if you're listening. You will come back. Experienced player coach. Okay, Coachella. Yeah, because he's not beefing. Why do I use more than 3 emojis? That's the issue. So if he comes back, tell him, yep, okay, Wira. Okay, Wira, do not use more than 3 emojis, please. It's gold. Hello to you, to what a name. I love that. Let's see what else we have here. Why? He's not harassing him. I think Wira will get to learn the tradition of the community. Don't use more than 3 emojis and you'll be fine. So let's get into why we're here today. A lot more of it. I'm going to start with DJ. Yeah.
Sorry, brother. I don't know if you saw my message. I really have to bounce now, bro. But I'm sorry about this. I've got a family engagement to get to.
All right. Don't bounce too high so you don't hurt yourself.
But listen, thanks for having me on your stream. Big up to JC, my brother, as well. It's nice having a long conversation with you as well, Geese. I hope you have a great weekend. Everyone in the comments, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Regards to all of you and your families. And is it Santiago or is it? Is it he say his son's not well? Or who was it that said that? I can't remember.
That's Dante's son.
Dante. I just want, get well. I hope his son gets better. All right, big up to hope his son gets better, and big up to every single one of you in the comments. As I said, thanks for having me on. And I'll hopefully be on your next stream tomorrow, brother. Yeah, but sorry I have to bounce now. But it was a great conversation. I would like to have been here longer.
Yeah,
but
except if I decide to go to church because I'm not a sinner like you.
I've got Easter Mass to go to, bruv. I've got that coming up, in fact.
All right, Jesse, I'll see you later,
all right, bro. Take care. Peace out, bruv. Take
Much
care.
love.
Bye-bye.
Nightbot, please leave Wira alone. He's a member now, a member of the community now. Hopefully, Jesse will have time. He's always busy, even on Saturdays. I hope he has time today. Let's see, Jesse, let's start with you. Again, after week 29, you're back 4, given the performances of the players. Let's hear you.
No, I won't change Gusto and Disasi.
So you're back
on the
for
left side,
Gusto and Disasi?
Yeah, the right back and the center back, right-sided center back. Yeah, Gusto and Disasi. Then I would, well, the other one is really a very difficult choice
So
between
Disasi right center back,
Colwell.
right?
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't know. Depending on the opponent, you can make changes there. But at the moment,
Let's speak the best, given how well they've done, and for each player, explain why you think that player deserves again the best for us, given their performances. We're not
no,
considering any
don't do
injured
that,
players.
coach. Don't do that, coach, because there is never a perfect 11. Every team, every game has a different tactic, different approach.
Given
So
their
you cannot
performances.
just, yeah, I mean, you cannot nail down one person to a position. That's inaccurate, I would say. I mean,
All right,
having
okay, you haven't selected a goalkeeper. You know that one is very difficult, right?
oh, Petrovic, we have a starter without a doubt. Petrovic,
Okay,
Petrovic
you
has
still
to start.
have the left center
And
back and
if
the
you
left
are
back. Let's hear you.
left back, as long as we still have him on our company's books, although he's on loan, I would put in Matson there. But he's not here. He's
But he
nearly
hasn't
gone.
he hasn't played that much for Chelsea.
Yeah, Hall is not there. And the two ones we have, one is useless going forward, the other one is useless defending. They can't do somehow
No, no,
stay fit enough
pick
to do
one,
the
and
job.
we just the poll to decide. Pick one.
I would really this window. I hope they totally rehaul this and then bring in a proper player. I mean, they both of them are not good enough. I would say neither.
Okay, but
Yeah,
after week
neither.
29, you have to choose one for that position.
I would
After week
choose Chilwell
29,
then because I
you
believe
think
more in
Chilwell here?
attacking, so I would choose Chilwell. In my like if you
Given
agree,
how well
but
he's
this
done.
is
Okay,
only slightly. Huh? If you are playing some other team, like depending on your opponent, your combine, what type of game you want to play and all that. But just because of I enjoy watching attacking football as well, and more little bit more than defensive arts. I would put Chilwell there, and he's the captain. So
how about
okay,
the left center back position?
yeah, it's a throw of the dice between all three. We have there. And if that is the case, I would go. I don't know, Chalobah. It's
Chalobah, you think
controversial, but I prefer.
he's done better than Colwell. He's done better than who else have played there? Badia
No,
Sheila.
you cannot say that. It's not clear. You cannot say clearly one has done better than the other, or technically one is better or other. It's like they are more or less all three of them. Uh,
That's why we're
like
saying
Chalobah
Chelsea's
has
strongest
hardly
11
played as
after
well.
week.
To make a judgment, Chalobah has hardly played as well. So to me,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
but you still think your choice is Chalobah.
Yep.
So if
Yep.
Tebejo picks his back line and you guys differ, then we're going to use the poll to decide the rest. So you
Yeah,
said
sure,
Chalobah.
sure. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let me see. I know
Because
you've
I
always
see
liked him.
the reason is like Chalobah
And
is, with Chalobah you can like there's a little bit more flexibility. He moves forward, he dribbles a little bit. He can do that,
he's
and,
no
and
nonsense also.
yeah, and he's more when defending. Like he's more. I would argue like he won't defend standing near Petrovic. Which, like it's like if he has to kick the ball out, he will kick out. Safety first.
Yeah,
He
that's why I
will
said
not
he's no
dribble in front of
nonsense.
the
Yeah.
goal. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. So in that
Yeah,
sense,
and he again, I get it. He's been out for a while, but he came back and he didn't look that much out of place. I get it, he's a bit rusty, but he did a good job in the games he started for us. But I wouldn't pick him over
he's
the
a
other options. But
also he
that's
has like
it's your time.
he's also coach. He's also coming from Cobham, just as Colville, and they know like men, the heritage and the how to say the winning mentality and all that. So I would this Badiashil. I liked him a lot. But he was rusty as well. He also surprisingly made some errors which were not so much last season. But
After his
I
return,
mean,
right?
all three of them are young. They all three of them are young. All of them are very young.
Okay,
So they have mistakes in them.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna ask. We're gonna go to the coolest shells to be able to get his back line. But before we do that, I'd say again, this is just an emergency option. He starts only if Cowell and Badashile are out. Gusto and Kukurea fullbacks, no brainer. That's your choice there. But let me say something quickly here. this is see as long as what's his name? As long as Pochettino is still the manager, I think he will be starting, and then the rest you have to pick one to pair with him. With Sir Gallagher to balance the books, Kimmich should be a good replacement, but Kimmich probably his salary demands will be an issue with the owners, in my opinion. And in terms of Chalobah, I don't see the same energy. Those are the preaching for the club not to sell a Gallagher. No, not a lot of preaching for Chalobah to stay. In some cases, you could argue some probably thinks he's not good enough. But it just doesn't make sense. I think he highlighted some measure of hypocrisy there. Arsenal winning the Premier League is good for the league, but bad for my health. I hate them. Yeah, that's another way to say it. Let's see what else we have here.
Coach,
Will Poch be
one
happy if
argument
like
just
finish?
Well,
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
we forgot Reece James. But like if you're asking me
Yeah, but
today,
he's not been
and how the
available.
team,
So it makes sense to pick
yeah,
Gusto over him. So
exactly,
if
and
we,
that's why also I
yeah,
give. That's why I give the argument of Disasi as well. I mean, last 2 months, the right side is more or less established, and they have been really playing well together with Palmer and all. So that's why it's not like my personal or anything. If we have to play a game tomorrow, these guys have been playing really well on the right side for last 2 months. So like by default starters. That's starters. That's my argument for them.
yeah, and I
So
totally understand. But we're going by the title, like and I think you made a good point there. Is that our strongest 11 after week 29, going by what we've seen. That's just the argument right there. Let's see. And actually, you didn't talk about Thiago Silva, and given by what we've seen, I picked Thiago Silva and the Sisi as our parent there. Poch has no authority in the transfers. Pivot Casada Gallagher, Kama, Palmer, Winger, Anonym, and Madrika Jackson up top. Starlin should be demoted to the under 21s, takes 90 minutes. Wow, the CC is a liability. The Chris, like Christensen was defensively. I actually liked Christensen, in my opinion. Was trying to sell him in the last transfer window. Plus Gallagher is asking for more. I think that has been debunked. And according to Fabrizio Romano, his salary isn't an issue. The main thing is the club's financial situation. Chalobah has played back four in England for longer than the CC. Gives Petrovic no. Let's see what else we have here. Gallagher plays in the midfield, Mudryk in the 10. Starlin must be dropped. In my opinion, we'll get there in a bit. Give Petrovic nightmares. Yeah. And Gallagher has done well. He's done well. I agree with that. Chalobah playing next to Silva is a short. Playing next to language like the CC will ruin him. We supposed to increase Chalobah's value. I think if he does well and the manager likes him, he stays. That's all I see. And I think the issue at the time was that, in my opinion, he pushed. I'm speculating just to be sure. He pushed to join, just to be clear here. He pushed to join Bayern, and the owners, that's a pattern to the way they operate. Once they sense that you want to leave, they will sell you. Notice that when Chilwell start, our left flank is the section where opponents attack. Wow, that's because he overlaps, and I think JC mentioned that two of them they differ. One more offensive than the other. One pays attention defensively, and I'm going to add something to that. One also, Glenn is in the house. Okay, so I created a command, so I want to know what triggered that command. I think probably because Chimera said Glenn 10 big up. Can somebody in the chat also, did I miss Glenn's comment here? I think I did, and as apologies. That's
Yes.
because I thought, yeah, that one, that was his first comment, right? That was
No,
that's
no,
Glenn's first comment, right?
no. No, someone said Ben 10 big up, and then automatically
Okay.
it went up.
Okay, that's Glenn's first comment here. Again, why would I miss the comment of a legend? Glenn, much appreciate you, bro. Much love to you. Glenn 10, this is for you, bro. I appreciate you. Sorry I missed your comments there. That's what happens when you do everything alone. And Glenn also here talks about Chimera. Okay, because today is the answer to everything. I like that nickname. Yeah, I've seen that too, and it moved me. And Glenton here saying, okay, Chilwell agreeing to help out at left wing is hurting his chances of England call up. Playing wing back is already a panic station for you. Glenn, apologies for missing your comments there. Even though I have my glasses on, I'm not too sure how that happened, but it's all love. But I want to see what comment. Can somebody mention his name completely? That says Glenn again is in the house. Big up legend. I'm not too sure what triggered that command. Can somebody type at Glenn 10 big up, or can somebody else, or just type without with the, let me just do this. I'm not sure what let me do this at Glenn. Was it okay? I want to find out what triggers the command for Glenn's greeting there. So let's go with that one. I don't think it's this one, probably the one that was typed without anything. Let's see what else we have here. Cochetino Chalova doesn't make the best 11. It wasn't my selection, and it's not my opinion alone that matters on the panel. Let's see. Colwell injured. Is he currently injured? I'm not too sure. Picture well, and you will hear commentators applaud Gusto. Combines well with our right wing. We won't see combination play on our left side. And let's say, but Glenn, big up to you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. I think that command has to be without the @ sign. So I'm not sure. I created the command, but I'm not too sure what triggered it. When Nightbot said, big up Glenn, how are you? Big up Legend or something like that. Actually likes me. No tricks, you think. Fofana and Badiashile are better than Chalova, but we're going by what we've seen so far after week 29. I know Fofana, if he recovers and stays fit, he'd have a permanent place. Apologizing for missing many lives lately. New work schedules due to shortage of workers. Always a catch up, though. But much love to you, bro. I appreciate you and I respect you. Bills don't pay themselves. You don't get paid for being here. So that's understandable. Fofana has ACL. See him next season. I think he'll be recover quick enough that if the manager wants, he can play him. But I don't think if we don't really need him, just let him stay and recover. So let me try this. I think this one worked. This particular command. Let me see. Somebody says hi to Glenn and starts with, I think, Glenn, how are you? Well, let me see that command again. Yeah. If you start your sentence with Glenn without the ampersand, then it says Glenn is in the house. Big up legend. So I'm still working on it. It's a lot of work. It's not been easy. So Tebeho, coming to you, bro. You've seen JC's goalkeeper selection. The back four. Do you agree or do you disagree? If we're gonna use the chat to, you can say to sort out one, we'll do that immediately. But let's hear you.
Yeah, big up everyone. Big up, coach.
Big up to you too.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't like the center back pairing of JC because disaster in Chalaba for me is disaster center back pairing. We saw them in the last game. That they didn't play much together. They make so many mistakes. But when you have balance there, for example, disaster and Levi Colwell, clearly you can see a balance there. A left center back as a left-footed player, right center back as a right-footed player. You can see a balance there. So overall, I don't like this center back pairing, and I even said it after
Amazing.
the
Okay,
game.
let's go. Tumeho, let's go with what we've seen after week 29. Not whether you like them or not. If we're going with what we're seeing after week 29, I would select Chalobah, even though I like him because he hasn't played that much. But I think JC explained properly his reason for selecting him. But go ahead, let's hear you. The goalkeeper you prefer, Robert Sanchez, right?
No, Petrovic.
Okay. And you're back for left back.
Left back Ben Chilwell is fine.
Okay. Who pairs the succeed? I think that's a big question there.
Levi Colwell for me.
You think it's going to be Levi Colwell? How many times has he played in that position also? I think for me, I would still go with Thiago Silva. I know he's still here. I'd say our strongest 11 after week 29, it will be, for me, in my opinion, will be Thiago Silva here and the Sassi here. That's just my opinion. But I think we'll use the chat uh, to to complete that because he's still here. In my opinion, he's been one of our best centre backs. On the line, Clarence's leadership in the back line, and his absence, we seem to struggle quite a lot. So, but people in the chat never ceases to amaze me, and I've always known that every time you involve those in the chat, you will get an opinion-driven. It's still, you can say
Which
more of an opinion-driven, you can say option there than you'd get if you don't use the poll. But the question is, our strongest 11 after week 29. Jesse, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I mean, Silva is our best defender, like intelligent defender. If you look at that way, I agree, totally agree. But the thing is, like when you are playing Silva, what Poch puts up in front of him is always questionable. And if the, I mean, Silva probably should be the first in the line, but then he needs a proper six in front of him, a protection and a link with the midfield. It's not like
Yeah, more traditional sticks. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it should not be like Silva and then Caicedo and then the rest of the team is up front somewhere in the final third of the opponent's half. So that won't work. I mean, and if you are taking risks by a very high line, and if you lose the ball, then you are exposing Silva, I mean, to counter attacks, and that's like so. I mean, Silva is the best defender, but it's how you use him, how you properly use him.
Yeah,
That's why I say like
that's a very important thing to bear in mind.
there is no preferred like player or anything like that. I mean, everybody we have seen this season has a mistake error in them. And it's also like the structure and how so that's why I don't really like normally doing the best 11 or something like that, because ideally there is no best 11. It's a team structure and a lot of things matter. And that's why you will see my right side will be, I mean, Disasi, Gusto, Palmer, don't change that, Caicedo, don't change that, and Jackson in front, because all these have been working together very well on that right side against all our opponents, and they have been really dominating that half. So why change that? Why change that? That's my only argument.
Yeah, given this comment on the screen, I would say if it's not good for one particular structure, it's not good for anyone at all. I feel uh, I feel next season we should do 4-3-3, which suits all our players. Like Casado, in a pivot needs a disciplined partner. I think it makes sense. But in this case, he's always been the one charged to sit centrally and protect the defensive line. And I think we can see more of Casado if he has the independence or the freedom to be where he deems fit on the pitch, because it's more of a hybrid of 8 and 6. Now he is a 6 actually, and we need, I think. Maybe once Romeo Lavia recovers, he'd play centrally, leading to Casado playing as one of the eights that will flank him, and with the independence to do more going forward. But let's see what happens. But given the first part of your comment there, if it's not sound for a particular structure, then it's not sound for any structure at all. That's just my opinion. A 4-3-3 suits most of our players and wouldn't ruin Gallagher if we keep playing eights intense. Yeah, I agree with you. Six, again, I want Gallagher to leave. Don't ruin his England career. If he's not going to be playing, let him leave and go somewhere else. Maybe he'd get more game time. Coach the poll, don't lie. Get rid of Chilwell. I know if we use the poll, I think probably people will select Cucurella over Chilwell, but they both are different, in my opinion. But if I had to choose, I would choose Cucurella over Chilwell, knowing that he can still be, you can say, drilled to learn how to do more offensively. But that's just my opinion anyway. Yeah, we don't need a yes man. Let's get a good manager. Chilwell, best defender. It depends on who you ask. In my opinion, both Chilwell and Chalobah, again, they're still here. We're going by what we've seen after week 29. And again, if anybody selects Chalobah over Silva, it makes sense to a certain extent. But I think we need to use the poll. But here's where I have an issue. Whenever you use the poll, you get a more driven, an opinion even response, which could lead to you probably not being as subjective as you would like to be. Let's see what else we have here. And Weira saying Gallagher best years was at Palace. They played them as an 8. Yes, in a 4-3-3 structure, space to go, and using him as a central attacking midfielder is like asking right wing Ziyech to play right inside forward. Makes no sense in so many ways. I think we can argue about that from now to 2047, and Poch will still play him there. Sanchez, panic boots. Yeah, in the headline, Sanchez. I intentionally wanted to see what to hear what Tobago would say. Let's see what else we have here. And Glenn Ten is saying the only luxury we have at the moment, it's not even luxury, it's our right back spot. If both Reece James and Gusto are fit, that is a luxurious problem to have. A good one at that. Rotate them to have. We don't have that anymore anywhere else on the field, in my opinion. I think I agree with that. I agree with that particular argument right there, or statement. Yeah, Casado as an 8 and Lavia as a 6, in the pivot. Formation limits our attack. Yep, in a 4-3-3 structure, and Enzo can be the left 8, left center, left midfield, where he thrives actually. Let's see. Sanchez needs to know we are linked to Diogo Costa. I don't think we spend that much money on Diogo Costa. I think they're asking. Porto are asking how much actually? Nearly, I can't quite remember. Is it 60, 60
I
70?
think,
Because I'm not too sure.
yes,
Sorry?
60, 70, 80, somewhere there. 60, 70, 80, somewhere there.
Yeah. Do you see us spending that much money for him?
No, that's a lot for a goalkeeper, for me personally.
And it's yeah, and Petrovic isn't bad. He's doing well. He's still very young. You know, goalkeepers they age like fine wine. He can only get better. I don't see us spending that much money on him. Again, Sanchez has been acting like a third choice even after leaving Brighton, and I think probably it was the goalkeeper. Our again. You can say those are that club with the links to Brighton that pushed us to sign him, and we end up signing him. Feels like we're better in a 3-4-3 structure. You never know. But let's see. Lavia is back next week, but I don't know about Nkunku. Again, if anybody isn't fully ready, let's not rush them back. We cannot be saying no to Theo Hernandez or Alfonso Davis for left back next season just so we save money. If we need to save money, we need to save money. We can't do otherwise. Otherwise, we'll face even more dire situations financially. Theo Hernandez is a real baller. I like him, but Milan will ask a lot. There you go. And do you think he would want to come to
But,
us without us
but coach,
promising him some special salary? Go ahead.
but the issues with Hernandez, Lucas Hernandez, Davies, you name them. They miss so many games due to injuries, right? So I don't want any injury-prone player at Chelsea anymore, especially that left-back position. We're struggling. Levi Kolu, no, Mark Cucurella and Ben Chilwell being out for weeks and stuff. I don't want that anymore.
Mm.
I think now we need the player that is always available, just like Disasi, Kolpama. We don't want the player that would always have headache with our fan base. After 2 weeks, 3 weeks, is out due to injury. No, no, I don't want that anymore. I like the players, but they have big injury issues. If you can check their track record, they have injury issues. So I don't want them at Chelsea.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. Let's say I want to do something
That's fine
here.
as well. I mean, I would say that's fine as well because Cucurella has performed
Mhm.
better since week
And he's played
29.
more, right? He's played.
Yeah, but defensively, he's performed better. Like, and height is not an issue. He jumps well and all that. But to be
Yeah,
honest,
he
then
has a good
we
leap in
need a
him. Is
better
he
one.
tall? Wait, Jesse. Is Kukurea? I don't think he's
Yeah,
tall,
but
but
he's
has
not
good.
that
He
level
He's
has a good
short.
anyway.
leap in him.
We don't have a proper good left back. I would say that's
Mm.
overlapping and helping our left wingers. Like the right side is working. We don't have that. Maybe Poch does that. Ask them to be more defensive, like going attack on the right side. I do not know, but the left side is not cooking. Right side is.
Remember the left side got Raheem Sterling. Just remember that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
just one
but you
second
know,
here.
alone, even Palmer is not doing it alone. Like he always has Gusto, Desasi jumping in some occasional. It's more working fluidly. All that players combinations and all. On the left side, it's not working.
All right, let's see what else we have here to catch up. Then we continue the show. We've talked about Theo Hernandez. I've read this. Again, Man City offer 18 million for Chilwell last season. I think Cooley. I think that was just those just rumors, in my opinion. I don't think. I think probably there's a chance Chilwell himself sponsored that and pushed us to give him a new contract. In my opinion, but that's just theory, and I mean not into conspiracy theories. But we don't know. Kukurea over Choa Cochetino. Yes, Tin, that's if I had to choose, I would choose him. But it makes sense. He's played more than Chilwell, and he's done well defensively. So, but that's just my opinion. The poll, we use the poll because I realize I differ with JC in terms of who plays in the left back position. And welcome back, Constantine Dante. Next time, Constantine Dante, can you try BRB again in the chat? Let's see what he says. I realize Chilwell is an average when Mahrez turned him out just for one reason. I think he's a good player. I just again, if I have to make a choice, I'll choose the other one over him. Let's see what else we have here. Availability, Matson, but we let him go, so we can count him as our best player. He didn't even play that much. I understand Hernandez will come at a price, but to see Matson thrive at Dortmund and Chilwell declining really kills my enthusiasm watching our game. Again, that's on the manager. And if it infuriates me, I've always known we have a good player in Matson, but everything comes down to the manager's preferences. And I think the fact that he's doing well there, we get to owners to ask questions. Does he even know what he's doing? Except if they will just jump on the fact that he's doing well and they get about 30 to 35 million from his sale. Boom, they'll just be happy that okay, he's doing well, which you get to sell him and make some money. Marco Correa, 5'8", yeah, but he has a good leap in him. Are we not we're not in crisis? We asked a question. We needed to sort that out. But Chersky, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. And Dante, that's Glenton saying big up to you. And Dante, can you test be right back? BRB, anybody in the chat can test that one. My son only wants me when he's sick. It depends on which one. The youngest calls on me in any situation. The bigger ones, sometimes they want a softer response. They go for their mom. Yeah, if they want a softer response, a favorable response in most cases, if they want something, they go to their mom. But the younger one, that's the 2-year-old, no matter the situation, he wants me. But let's see, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Matson realized the clause would definitely be triggered this summer. It's something if the manager changes and the new manager says, yeah, I want that guy. Palmer is being assessed for the positive virus. I hope he's fine. Be right back. Yep, it works. But someone else can try it. So he recognizes it says, okay, Pochettino
Here's
saying,
the question for you.
yeah, go ahead.
See, in the Maxon scenario, let's say 3 clubs or 4 clubs come in for him.
Go
So
ahead,
they
Jesse.
will
I'll be
not be
back in a minute or two.
negotiating
Go
with
ahead.
Chelsea.
Did
So
you hear me? Go ahead. I'll be back, Jesse.
yeah. So in case no, I was okay. Tibago, maybe you can say, if his release clause is 35 million, and we have 4 clubs or 3 clubs or 2 clubs willing to pay his release clause, then it comes down to the personal negotiations with the player, because to Chelsea they all 3 will pay 35 million, and then it's Matsson's choice where to join, whoever gives him a signing on fee on top of that, more or something like that. Now if that is the case, then Chelsea can also offer him a signing on fee. So to say, like, if Chelsea say give him, like, I don't know, some bonus like 5 million, then suddenly his release clause is 35 million plus 5 million to Matson. So is there a chance? What do you think? Like, Chelsea could still go, technically Chelsea could still keep him, because we have also the other thing is, I don't think Poch still rates him, and the fetish of height. Poch. He just discards him. Like he never played him left back almost. But technically, don't you think if Chelsea
Who started
wanted,
using the term Eiffel Tower? Was it you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but my question is, technically, don't you think it is still possible if Chelsea offer a substantial signing on fee that Martin signs a new contract? But he has already signed a new contract before extension, before going on loan with this release clause.
He could
But
come back. I think we can get him back,
yeah,
but I think it would take another manager coming in and saying, I want that guy. Poch doesn't look like he wants him.
yeah. Poch rated
Yeah,
him.
I
Somebody,
agree.
I read comment. Somebody said like Poch rated him in preseason, but if you will realize, Poch never like in the preseason also. He always played him right wing, left wing, midfield. Like rarely he put him on the left back.
Yeah. Poch didn't like him. I think it's down to his height. Like you said, he wants Eiffel Towers and he's not one. And I don't think you will ever trust him, in my opinion. Let's see what else we have here. Thanks just having a conversation there. Martin will be wanted by a lot of clubs. Let's see what happens there. Osimhen, a situation has gone quiet. Yep. But let's see what happens. Not really a big loss. Gilmore, was he? For me, I see Gilmore as a big loss. That's an excellent player in him. At the time, I think Thomas Tuchel actually
Yeah.
wanted to keep him. Thomas Tuchel wanted to keep him. He started giving him opportunities in big games. But the issue at the time was that Gilmore himself wanted to be starting week in, week out. And that wasn't possible at the time. Even Callum Hudson-Odoi, Thomas Tuchel started giving him opportunities. He started trusting him, but he wants to be playing in a particular position and wanted to leave, not minding that even though the structure at the time was a 3-4-2-1 or 3-4-1-2 sometimes, that even if you're deployed as a winger, your primary responsibility is to participate in the offensive area and whenever you can, help us defend as a unit. But he wanted to leave, and look how that has panned out to him, in my opinion. Not really, for me,
And coach,
yeah, go ahead.
you see my other issue with Thomas Tuchel, right? The season that Billy Gilmore went to Brighton, we signed Saul Nages on loan. Please make that sense. Please make that. We rejected even
Was
Chouameni
that the
to
period?
Chelsea.
Is that the period when that happened?
Yes, remember
Was that
Chelsea were offered Chouameni, right? And then we didn't sign him. Then and then Billy Gilmore went to Norwich City on loan, and then we signed Saul Neges on loan. Ah man, Thomas Tuchel, I won't forgive you for this. Especially Billy Gilmore. I love that kid, man. Even now he's doing well at Brighton, but at the same time, Brighton is a small club. So if it was Chelsea, he was at Chelsea, he would be shining now. Ah, man, Thomas Tuchel, come on, you killed
No,
me.
I don't blame
no,
Tuchel. Listen,
Tobago.
I don't blame Tuchel for Gilmore. Gilmore wanted to leave. He's an international, represent his country at the top highest level, and wanted to be starting games week in, week out. Thomas
No,
Tuchel trusted him
I
against Man
disagree.
City. But go ahead,
Coach
yeah.
Gilmore played really well against Liverpool. One game he was really well when he came and
And
when he
he
was
played against Man
introduced.
City too, didn't he?
Yeah, but other than that, like he was also having like average games a lot of times. He's not a level of like Declan Rice or Kante. So if there is good money for him, you let him go.
Good
Yeah, I
money,
think I
but we
agree.
said
My point is that Tuchel wanted to keep him. I think he could have improved on the Thomas Tuchel even more. But listen, I'm not too bothered. He wanted to leave, and then we got money. How much I can't quite remember. Go ahead, Tobeho. You were saying something.
man, he wanted to leave, but we said Saul Neges. Please make that sense, JC. Saul Neges, really?
No, I'm not saying like he wanted to go or something. I'm just saying is like okay, he's a good player, academy coming from academy and really good with potential. But at that time, Chelsea was a different club. They didn't take care of like players with potential. I mean, they wanted if our first team 11 was players who had to perform now, today, now. not in like 2 years, and you give them time to play for 2 years. It was a different club.
Mhm. Yeah, 45 likes, people. Let's try getting to 100 like. Matson not good enough for us, but good enough for a bigger club than us. All because of Chilwell. Wow, some comment right there. If Gallagher leaves, I don't want him to go to Spurs. I think chances are he can still stay. He can go. Whatever happens, listen, Chelsea is the club I support. I'm just going to leave it at that. Gilmore is much better than Carney. They don't play in the same position, so one is more of a 10, one is more of a register. Gilmore, the difference for Gilmore is that he's a mashup of a register and a traditional DM because he's strong, actually, as small as he is, and he has a good leap in him. But yeah, that's by the way. They're two different players, so I wouldn't exchange one to other. I can actually keep them both. I wouldn't mind. Poch didn't even try Matson at left back. He kept persistent with Colwell even when he was getting cooked every week at the time. Yeah, it didn't make sense. Matson can be good defensively, but I think the issue is his challenge vertically. Who did I learn that from? Yeah, who was that? They used that term. I can't quite remember. Poch rated him in preseason as a 10 in a more excuse me, sorry guys, in a more advanced role. Yes, for sure, Matson's release clause will be activated. No way if Poch is no, he's not coming back if Poch remains the manager, because he indirectly, in my opinion, my understanding of that comment where he said the manager is so much under pressure that he's not willing to give the young players opportunities, which translates to the manager doesn't have the cojones to give the to give the young players opportunities. I think it's a talent, one that we will look back in the future and ask, why did we let him go? In my opinion. Okay, just responding to some of them there. Gilmore living still giving me nightmares. We need a central attacking midfielder, and with Campbell now and Carney, Brighton paid just 5 million. That's concerning. I think that's down to the fact that he didn't have that much left on his current his contract at the time. Carney is overrated. Also, don't pretend you watch him play in his youth days. Yes, then you're jumping too soon to say he's overrated. We need to watch him play week in, week out to decide that. I think it's too early to decide whether he's overrated, but I don't think he's overrated. I've seen enough to think that he's a good player. Hopefully he stays fit. Poch just want height in the team to help with set piece, and he actually sometimes at one point said that openly. Not saying Matson would be a world beater, but at least give someone who plays a left back a chance, especially when nobody was available at the time. Yeah, and not play a left back in the left back position at the time. You're sending the wrong message. People get very attached to homegrown players, but if they're not good, yeah. Oh, I watched a small sample size of an under 21 tournament. I think this guy is better than a guy who plays first 11 football regularly and internationally. Let's see. Poch saying we need height at right back to counter City attack, which consists of short, pacey wingers. We cannot trust his philosophy. For so many reasons, I have my opinion of him, but I'm not going to go back to that. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. We can continue with the exercise. I can't read everything you have in the chat. You know I like reading your comment, but I see John. John is in the house, and I know the first thing he'll do is ask for his brother JC. I like the bromance between you two, the respect you two have it for each other as Chelsea fans. Everyone needs to hit the like button. Be for 45 likes. If we don't get it to 100 likes, we're not stopping today. But let's see. Big up to you, John. I hope you're doing well. And there's Jesse there responding to your comment. Yeah, I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom and then I'll try to get your subsequent contributions in the chat. I can't read everything you have there. JC, your 2 6s for us. Let's hear you. Given we're gonna switch the structure to 4-3-3 if we have time, and use that. But for 4-2-3-1, JC, your 2 6s.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's see the context you have given, like from week 29 onwards. Then, secondly,
No,
you are
yeah,
going,
for everything again, everything we played again, how we played since the start of the season to week 29. The 2 6s for you.
yeah, and the shape now you changed it again, like it's 4-4-2.
No, no, no. I'll
Oh,
bring it back.
yeah.
Can
So
you let me finish first?
yeah, and
Go
and
ahead, JC.
And to be honest, I mean, to give you the context why, because uh, again, I say there is no fixed position like one player or starting 11. I don't believe in that. It's a team sport, and you have to look at the opponent and how we are going and all balance of the team. And right now, while having this stream, I'm in an ultra attacking mode. you know I like
Mhm.
to so I just, if you, it's not like predicting push, so it's something like with the given set of players we have, the parameters we have, and if you would like to go ultra attacking, and what will you have up front depending on that, like you need to attack from your front four. So then what? And then you have only three players left for playing because we do not have a six right now. So we have been managing, and we have to manage with that. So it would be very, very, very close call, but very interesting one, because you won't expect this from me. I would bench Enzo and I would put Gallagher and Caicedo there.
You say Gallagher and Casado here. Okay. So you think Enzo doesn't have a place in this team? Is that what you're saying?
Not, not in the ultra attacking front four, because Gallagher doesn't do the job there very well in terms of attacking, and Enzo does not do the job well in terms of defending. But we still need to have the control. So I would
Hmm.
rather have Gallagher there, where you are right typing Enzo right now, because he would do a defensive job, and I would have Carney as our
Okay.
central attacking midfielder, or
Okay. We'll
or
come back to that. We'll come back to the CM. But let's finish this one. I think you're gonna lose this one, JC.
no, I think
To very
I would say
midfielder.
one
But I
thing:
understand your
the
point.
God of Frogs
I
will
think
be
we've all
hugely surprised, because my friend
he will
God of Frogs.
God of Frogs will send you a check in the mail.
Yeah, but that's what
Go
also,
ahead.
like, I never have any agenda. I want to, I put it as an argument. If I have to, like, build a, I am in a mood to attack and have like quick, quick transitions. Probably Enzo would do that, but Enzo does not finish so
And
well.
Enzo has
And
more
if
vision,
the
but
look,
defensively, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But controlling the midfield, probably Enzo, I would have there. We do not have a six. But Gallagher also can do that, and he's more physical. And we have now Carney available. We have got Mudrik also sometimes playing better as a 10. We have Jackson, who performs much better as a left wing. And when you have like Jackson, Palmer, Mudrik interchanging all the time up front, and put in Carney up front, they do a lot with the ball in terms of attack. And Gallagher brings in
Yeah.
physicality and control. So
Mhm.
why not having Gallagher there? Enzo, I would love to have him there. Maybe it's very close call, but at the moment I do not know. I'm in a mood of a different setup. So that's why I said there is no standard fixed starting 11. Never.
Yeah,
It's a team
and in
sport.
most cases, actually, we've used hybrid approaches where we go from 4-2-3-1 to 4-3-3. But whenever we switch to 4-3-3, usually Casedo remains central, flanked by Enzo and
And you
Gallagher.
can even put like Enzo as a central attacking midfielder instead of Carney if you want. But I
Mhm.
want Enzo
Yeah,
to be more controlling in the middle. Like if you really want to play Enzo and
yeah.
dictating the run of the game, because he does more with the ball.
Yeah, and here's the thing. One thing we know is
Nah,
that Enzo will
JC,
not be
come
dropped to
on.
the bench. And just one second, Tabejo, Jesse, you and I think it's you and I and Constantine Dante, we've talked about how Gallagher will be more effective playing in a deeper position to win the ball for us, and then play somebody that would do more here in the 10 role, because I get it. Gallagher has a good number comparing to other players in our team in terms of his assist numbers and chances created. I think chances created mainly. But the fact that if we have a more traditional 10, a more creative player in the 10 role, he probably will have 3 times as much as those numbers. So Gallagher, I think, will do better in a deeper role. But I don't think if with a 4-2-3-1 structure, I don't think Enzo drops deep. But one thing is sure, if you ask me, even when Gallagher starts here, because we'll always almost use a hybrid structure, which means we'll go to a 4-3-3 structure where Gallagher drops deep here, and these guys go like this. And yeah, we have a 3 front line like this.
Yeah, but then we are
That happens in
putting
most
Enzo.
cases. Yeah, but go ahead.
But in that structure which puts where Enzo is like left wing some most of the time, that's I understand that he's trying to cook left side as well maybe, but and putting Enzo near the left wing is I don't know. I mean, you are limiting him to one area only, and it's not fluidly working and all. Like Enzo should have free role then in the middle of the park.
Yeah,
That's
free
much
roll
better.
is where he performs better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but our
I
central
agree.
attacking midfielders, if you look at it, Mudrik has been played recently. Carney has been playing. Palmer has been playing. Gallagher has been playing. And all these players is like this Moneyball movie where the pitcher was unconventional. Like he didn't do anything else, but he had a very unconventional throw, and the computer program showed like he has good good quality there. Our if you look at our central attacking midfielders, Gallagher physically tackling very good, but not a regista. You look at Mudrik, a lot of pace, sometimes dribbling, but not the finished article. You put in Palmer there, you're restricting his movements, and he's not like so much efficient like he's on the right wing. So our central attacking midfielders have been like missing something. So that's my argument. So I would like to put Carney,
No, I
try
think I
it,
agree with you.
and give it a
Do you remember
try.
also? Do you remember there
And
was
if
a
you give
particular show where? Yeah, go ahead.
and if you're giving a trial to Carney, a central attacking midfielder, then who do you want to be more like in the midfield role together with Caicedo? Maybe Enzo, but the physicality will be lacking. So better Gallagher there. So
Physicality,
that's
pace,
that's where I'm
also.
coming from.
Yeah, pace and ball winning ability. For honest, I know Casado has done well, but Gallagher, I think his pace helped makes him better in terms of the ball winning ability. And Casado isn't a sitting DM. I think there's more to come from him once
But it's all
again.
experimenting. Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't have too many options at this point. But here's something I want to say, Jesse. If you remember, I'm quite sure you remember that it was you, and Constantine Dante. We talked about how Gallagher can be more effective for the team playing in a deeper position rather than in the 10 role. If you remember, I think we did talk about that.
Yeah, because of his
But I
tackling
think if
numbers, you say.
yeah, exactly. His tackling numbers and the fact that he's not traditionally a 10, and the fact that the more natural 10 can do more in the 10 position than Gallagher there. But we have to maybe pay attention more to the application to understand why the manager deploys them in the 10 role. But Tobago is gone. I think I would agree with this. But now that leaves Enzo out. But we're going to use the poll to decide that, in my opinion. So let's go back to the poll here. Those again, and for those in the chat, I'm going to say for me, I wouldn't pick Colwell as a pairing for the CC. Since the start of the season, he hasn't played that up. Played essentially in the as one of the 2 center backs. He hasn't played there for up to 6 times, in my opinion, and we played
Coach,
more than 30. Yeah, so
in
it
the
doesn't make sense to
comments,
select him. Yeah,
Dante is saying that 2 DMs is too defensive. No, I mean we do not have a defensive midfielder fit right now in our team at all. So we have to do with
mhm.
those 2. so,
Yeah.
so
So the same majority carries the vote, and that's the only reason why we're changing Silva to to Colwell. And the central area, I would do the same thing too to accommodate a more natural 10 here, but we have to do what the majority carries. So let's use a poll there to ask us in the chat who pairs Casado in this structure. And I think it only makes sense that we go also try out the 4-3-3 structure to see again who gets dropped. I think in the 4-3-3 structure, Gallagher probably won't get a chance. in my opinion. But tell Pochettino that. So you so you hear what he says. Give me a second here. Let me start the other poll. It says who pairs Casada? I know Enzo will win, but for me, it makes sense for Gallagher to start in a deeper position to
Coach, is
accommodate
there a
a
chance?
natural 10 in
Is
the
there
10 role. Go ahead.
Coach? Is there any chance that this
Mhm.
central attacking midfielder that Chelsea could bring in Musiala, sell some of the
I
players
don't know.
to raise
It's
the funds?
tight. It's tight. I think they're struggling to get him to sign a new contract.
Is it a
And I
wild kind of speculation?
yeah,
I mean,
but I think
imagine
they
we
would do
have
everything.
Musiala
They
out
would do
there.
everything to keep him.
Yeah, but I don't think Bayern will let him go so easily. So, unless like,
No, I don't think so. They're not going to sell him. They
and
will
he's
not.
going
I
to
don't
go
see
to a
that
top team,
happen.
I suppose. Some
Yeah.
place like which are in Europe, team which is playing in Europe and like higher up in the league and all that stuff.
Yeah, I get his affiliation with Chelsea or that bond with Chelsea, for lack of a better language. But the fact is, we don't pay again in terms of our salary structure. It will be an issue for a lot of players, especially players that don't have shortage of clubs interested in signing them, like Jamal Musiala. If Madrid see the opportunity to sign him, they do that. But let's see what happens there. I've asked the question so that we can sort out the Gallagher situation there. And I agree with you. If I were the manager, I'd play Gallagher deeper. He'd still be effective there. And he's getting better at playing in a deeper position and then accommodate the more natural 10 there. But we have to also, at the same time, take our time to pay attention to the application, whether, again, it's more like a 4-3-3 once the game starts. Alfonso Davies and Theo Hernandez and Mendy Gaia, these are Chelsea level left backs. Good luck getting any of them. Enzo will not be on the bench. I think we know that, but JC had to get the point across, and I think I understand his point. Whatever formation Pot speaks, Gallagher should stay on the bench. But unfortunately, chances are whatever formation he picks, Gallagher will be on the bench. Did he say a bench Enzo? No, but you understand what he's saying there. He's explaining why would be better off playing Gallagher in a deeper position. Gallagher can do more defensively, Enzo cannot. But I'd say application shows Enzo isn't actually the guy charged to protect the defensive line. Is usually this guy here in Moses Casado. So if that makes sense. Let's see. We cannot deny this. Yeah, I agree. White backs in modern football is very important. Yes, Chimera. Okay, just having a conversation with him there. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom and then I'll try to get your subsequent contributions in the chat. Unfortunately, I can't read everything you have there. Don't this man see? No way, Gallagher is it's in double pivot. He's played that, but did you listen to what he said? That's what you have to pay attention to. And I would do the same if I were the manager. I would start Gallagher in a deeper position where you see him right
No,
now,
if Lavia is
where
there,
he can do
if
more.
Lavia is fit, coach, just an example.
Mhm.
If Lavia is fit and he's playing well, then he is the sole DM there, and then we would say like, okay, Caicedo and Enzo in front of him, and then Gallagher sits on the bench.
Or
I mean,
maybe
Lavia
in
is
a
a
4-3-3
traditional
structure where they
defensive
will flank
midfielder.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with you. It makes sense. He sees it. Again, let's see. Once we're done with the lineup, I think we'll take questions and we'll see if anything is out. If nothing is out there to discuss, then we'll call it a day. Then why the Southgate? Okay, I don't know. Gallagher, Enzo, and Casado are all eights. Yeah, we talked about that here on Chelsea Perspective before we signed them. They are suffering in this. Again, here's the thing: we're experimenting, and we have to. We don't have too many options. We don't have the luxury, you could argue, to do things correctly. Why did we lose to Manchester United? We didn't have Gallagher. You're confusing me. What's your name again? Fawale Namaya. I'm not sure where you stand. Playing 2-8 in a pivot will cost our midfield an issue. Yep. That was the issue during the days of Graham Potter. He had Zakaria and didn't even give him a chance. A healthy Romeo Lavio solves this hopefully if Poch isn't so blind again as lone DM and Enzo and Casado as CM. Yeah, chances are he'd make that mistake. I'm going to scroll down. If I've gotten your comments, I'll scroll past quite a few. Mark and Neum, nice to see you. And Kunko and Connie can also play next to Caseda. I think I agree with you. Let me see. And says, Coach, I know you love dogs, but can remove Gallagher from our screen. Please, Bergo, what's the point of having all a poll if you're just gonna ignore it? That shows you've not been paying attention. We make our decisions, explain our decisions, then come back to using the poll. We're at 50 likes, halfway the number of likes we're aiming to get today. Hopefully, we'll be able to get to 100 likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. I'm going to boo you next time you attack me like that. But let's see. Enzo has so much vision and passing ability to be asked to play pivot and limits his ability. Here's the thing. I'm not complaining too much. And that's because once the game starts, you see Enzo everywhere on the pitch. You see him sometimes here, sometimes in a deeper position. The difference is that when Gallagher starts deeper, he doesn't have that vision that Enzo has. But it's up to the manager. But you understand, I'd rather Gallagher play deeper, again, because of his ball-winning ability. That will go a long way for us. But I think that changes in a bit. At least
But
Gallagher in
Gallagher
DM.
also Gallagher is instrumental in Pochettino style, where he wants to win the ball back in the other half and pressing. That I understand.
Except if people aren't paying attention. Yeah.
But what
Go
we
ahead,
have
brother.
seen is
Sorry.
it's only him pressing, not everybody. So it's that's not working. But if it was working, maybe we will be having a different discussion. That okay, he starts the press, but we press very bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do agree with you. At least Gallagher in a DM can play his game, which is chase and pick up play, and he's done well. If that's how you want to put it, but at least you recognize he has something that he does that's very pivotal to the way the manager likes to approach the game, for lack of a better language. There, again, okay, just having a conversation there. Let's see if Lavia is fit next season and he still plays Gallagher in DM. He needs to have his coaching license terminated. Here's the thing. I don't think he plays Gallagher as a
I
DM.
agree.
What he did the other day was experimental. And that's because Enzo wasn't available. If
But
you're
we've
paying
not
attention.
seen Lavia. Like, how many minutes has he played for Chelsea? Half an hour. So
Yeah, exactly. So let's see him first. Let's see Lavia first. Wow. I'm not reading that. Pochettino is moving like Bolly. Man, just be ignoring fans. I don't like you, man. Just go away. Romeo will be fit very soon. He gets to play a few games before the end of the season. I hope he stays fit. More importantly, put Casado as a centre back. Yeah, that's a good one. A good suggestion there. If Nagelsmann is keen to England, we better not stick with Pochettino. I don't think he comes to Chelsea. I don't want to see a yes man kiss ball is fit. Nagelsmann will play players in there. Okay, a position. Supreme Court is here in the house. Supreme Court's nice to see you, bro. Appreciate you finding the time to join the show. So let's go with what the poll says. Let's see. Yes, Gallagher just sometimes it just allows himself in 10 positions, then confuses everyone. Has timed out. I hope we win our remaining matches. Let's see what happens. Give Latvia a sugar, and he will be fit again. What's there to risk? Yeah, let's see. The poll chooses Enzo Fernandez. We knew that was going to happen, but we explained why. Again, I explained why if I were the manager, Gallagher will play in a different position, and I think JC also he explained why he picked Gallagher to play in a different position. So we go with Enzo there, Fernandez. So I don't know, Tabejo, have you spoken about your 2-6s there?
Yeah, I'll prefer Enzo and Moses Caicedo. Also, I don't want to see Conor Gallagher playing as a six again. I don't want. It's wasteful there. Also, my other issue I want to raise in terms of Mauricio Pochettino, right? He knows that we have so many midfielders, and then he doesn't utilize that. Example: Conor Gallagher at Crystal Palace was cooking, playing very very well as an eight. Enzo Fernandez played as an eight in the World Cup. Moses Caicedo, I think he never played as a sitting six, but he can learn that since he's a sort of a DM player. So I think he should at least try 4-3-3 formation than playing Enzo as a number 10. Sometimes Conor Gallagher as a number 10. I don't see Conor Gallagher as number 10. So overall, Enzo and Moses Caicedo double pivot will work for me.
Yeah, I would
And
go
then,
with that too, and I
and
think
then
we should pay attention more to
okay,
the application.
coach.
Yeah, but go ahead, JC.
Yeah, a question for Debego. Then if you have these two as our like midfield controlling pairing, then who would you have as a central attacking midfielder, Debego? Debego.
Cole Palmer for me.
Copama in the middle.
Mm.
No, yes, and as a 10.
But have you seen his numbers? I mean, he is playing better on the right wing than in the middle. When you
Yep.
put him in the middle, he's not scoring. He's missing chances, and he's better at the right wing, and everything is working right there right now. So don't you think like Palmer should not be touched from that right wing, please?
Okay, I agree with you. Then another player who can play there for me is Kani, but unfortunately, it's not
So
available.
you okay? So you want Gallagher on bench?
Yeah, I'll be happy to be honest. In certain games, we don't need Galaga each and every game. For example, let's say we play against low block teams like Luton and stuff. We don't need Galaga in those
Yeah,
kind of games.
I get your point. I get your point. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that point of when we play teams that defend, if we don't need them that much, I think yeah, we all can agree with that. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. Coach, the elites see it. A Poch doesn't have cojones and now lacks a vision as well. Needs glasses or just blindfold him. Just go away. You're definitely going to that place. The coach moving like Poch with the late substitutions now, but a better letter than never. Where's the boo? Does it work? Thank you. That's for you. Gallagher is just a workhorse running around like a head. Wow, Shepherd dog. Vieira used them better at Palace in a different structure. I think I've always said that I think we'll see the best of him in full play similar structure, but he's improving. I respect him for what he brings to the team, and I think you probably living under the rock if you haven't realized that Gallagher is
But
actually one of
You know,
the
I
managers person contemplate.
can
but
I
coach,
have
Yeah.
can I have a question for Tobago? Tobago, I was also initially thinking like that only. Yeah. Now you will have central attacking midfielder either Enzo or Carney. And just for example, you put in Carney there. I mean, there is no defense in this team. Everything is attack, attack, attack.
you know it. JC, the best way to win the games is to attack, to avoid a defending, right? And also, coach.
So it will be like a basketball game, right? But I admire. Yes, I am in the same mood. Like
But
if you have to have fun.
another thing, guys. Do you think Conor Gallagher got the IQ to play as a number 10? Come on, guys. You see the difference between Carney there. For
No,
example,
that's
we
why
had
I
just
said. That's why I said put him in the pivot or somewhere there to tackle and have somebody
And then
to
accommodate
stop
a
that.
more traditional 10.
no. If you play Conor Gallagher, play 4-3-3. That's where you'll do well for me. Not as a number 6.
Yeah, okay. It will be a fun game to watch. Everything is like one end to the other. It will be attack, then attack, attack, attack. So
But
it will be fun game.
JC, let me say something to you. Sorry, coach. Right? Remember, Kante used to sit deep, right, under Antonio Conte. Then Sari came in. He played him as a 8 on the flank. He played Jorginho as a 6. So overall, if Mauricio Pochettino wants Enzo or Moses Caicedo to sit deep, to defend and do well, he can make them to do that. But Poch doesn't do that. You see Enzo
No,
going forward, Kana Gallagher going forward, and Moses Caicedo isolated. So overall, if these players are coach enough I think they'll do well. Simple as that.
No, I understand you, but my point was I don't have any agendas or anything like that. I'm just thinking is like to put Gallagher there was for the balance of the team. I mean, right now the team which you were putting out there will be like totally nobody tackles. Everybody is tiki taka attack, open attack. There is nobody physically stopping the with the tackles there in the middle. Everything is like how to say samba football. so,
Yeah,
okay.
Please,
no
JC,
balance, right?
please, JC, don't be like Potter when they ask him about Mason Mount and he said he runs. Please don't be like Potter, JC.
I remember that comment. I think another one that infuriated the fans was
And
when he said
I
that
will
Mount
tell you,
likes to
Tobago.
play.
That's
Mount
why.
likes to play. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's why I'm saying Tobago. I don't. I'm not a believer of like starting 11. There is nothing like starting 11. It's like which game you are playing, the way you want to play, what you want to do in the game,
The
who's your
opposition.
opponent. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good argument, really. It's a good argument. Palmer has really played. Is it hasn't really played 10. Played more striker, which didn't work. As not involved as much and not as effective. And after all, we do use a very fluid approach. I have to say that I want Palmer at 10. I want him in the right wing. I think that's where he's been more effective for us. The Sicilian must be dropped. 4 out of the last 5 games he's cost us now. Wow, that is some comment right there. I don't know whether to believe that because I don't feel the same. Pochettino messing up the cup final recently, telling me he's sentimental about sports. Okay. Yes, the system must be dropped. But let's see what the manager does. Drop him and select two. Palma is basically what we wanted from Ziyech. Keep him on the right. Let him stay on the right. I think I agree with you. He's more effective there. Let's see. I am sending players to give them just go away. I'm gonna type something now. Whenever you mention Sugar, it's gonna warn you. Palmer can play right wing and a central attacking midfielder. Musiala left wing and central attacking midfielder. We need the versatility. Mudryk needs to nail down the left wing by the end of the season. Mudryk has also shown he can play left wing and also as 10. And
You
actually, I
know,
haven't seen any of our 10s be as effective
coach,
as Mudryk. But that's my
can I
opinion.
tap in
Go
one thing?
ahead.
I have seen more
Yeah, yeah.
potential. I've seen more potential in
Yeah,
Mudrik as a central attacking midfielder than as a left winger. He's played better, but okay, it's only
I
two
agree.
games.
I
Yeah,
agree.
it's only 2 games. So early days, no enough. Like Roger says, like not enough sample size or something. But he's shown more things in.
I miss Roger. I hope he's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, JC, I agree with you. He's electrical. He can do so many things. Remember the Joffrey's first game at Chelsea? Oh my God.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
he is like it's still like the jury is out on him now. So I mean, that's why right now I say like our team is half cooked. The right side is working okay. We have something there, but on the left side, like it's all open to debate.
Yep, I do agree with you. If you're watching, please kindly drop a like on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I don't know if somebody's trying to sabotage the stream. We have 51 likes now. It went down to 49. I'm not sure what's going on. Usually, in some cases, we schedule a show on that, and then in the next 5 minutes, we have about 4 dislikes, or you can say we have 10. We have 5 likes. Then it shows that 50% is dislike, which means around 5 out of 10 people dislike or something like I can't calculate it properly right now, but I hope you understand my point. But it doesn't matter. All interactions. Bench, Casado, and Gallagher put together a midfield of Enzo, Palma, and Mudryk, and boom, top 6 at charge. Here we come. Wow, it sounds easy. But let's see. Too much Nemaya in the chat. Maybe keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 49 likes. We should be doing way better than that. Gallagher is not Kante. What attacking do you expect him to do? I think we've addressed that. Gallagher should honestly start over Enzo too. I don't think so. I think in the absence of each either of the two players, with the missing something very important, very pivotal to the way the manager likes to approach the game. In my opinion, at least for the rest of the season, we have no holding midfielder. We had our best games playing in transition. Next season, though, this should change. I think he will. We'll have some good defensive options available. Let's see anything else here. Don't turn Gallagher into McTominay. If I want to see roadrunners like McTominay, I would watch United. Please don't. Let's see what has happened here. Kante actually didn't play deeper than Matic on the Kante. Though he had to after Matic was so. Then here's something else to bear in mind. Kante is the sort of player, even if you start him in the number 9 position, you still see him putting in some work to protect the defensive line. Defensive, you can say, actions come naturally to him, in my opinion. To bail back to violence, yeah, he's changed. So I'm going to skip quite a few. I'll try to get your subsequent contributions in the chat. And everyone sends Sugar to coach. Leighton, can you stop saying that? Can you stop talking about Sugar? The only fluid that Poch knows is red wine. Wow. Some comment. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Apologies, guys. I'll try to get your subsequent contributions in the chat. I love interacting with you, but if I try to get everything you have there, I think, yeah, that'd be the only thing we'll do for the day. A question for you guys: Would a manager, would a better manager like Mourinho or Ancelotti play Gallagher in the pivot or DM? Let's take our squad seriously. I'm going to highlight this once we're done with the lineup building exercise. I will come back to that. So for me, 10 role. Okay, it's a bit difficult for me, but I'm going to start with you, Tobejo. The 3 in behind the striker, 10 left wing, right wing. Who would you play there? But I think this is where people are asking a lot of questions for this particular position here. I think you could argue I would still select Gallagher there, since we're going by how well players have done. Again, after week 9, I still pick Gallagher there, but I get it. I'd rather a more creative player play there. But that's just my opinion anyway. But let's hear you, Tobejo. But let's hear you.
Yeah, yeah. Personally, since we are talking about what you are seeing at the moment, right? I'll play Kana Galaga there, since he's playing that role most of the times. So I'll play
Mhm.
him as a number 10, Kulpama as a right winger, Mudrik as a left winger. I don't want to see Sterling. Please. No more Sterling hypes anymore. I'm tired of Raheem Sterling. I know he's an on and off player, but sometimes he's frustrating. So I don't want to see Sterling anymore.
Not a bad selection right there, but let me see if JC did fast. If JC did fast, then we'll use the poll. So on the left hand side, Mudrik there. But we need to see more, like JC said. We don't have enough sample size yet to say, okay, definitely let's keep playing Mudrik in the 10 role. I think if we're going by the fact, if we're going by what we've seen since, again, after week 29, I think, yeah, give him a chance there. I know we can do better than that, but again, if we move him as, again, and place him and position him as one of the 2 6s, then we have an issue here. And I don't want Enzo as a 10. That's because Enzo needs to see more of the pitch to be more effective. If Enzo plays closer, in any position here, then he's be seeing less of the pitch, which means it's be less effective. But in a deeper position, the more he sees, the more effective it be. But excuse me 1 second here. Let's catch up with more of what we have in the chat. Saying Chelsea has got me addicted to sugar this season. Enjoy it, and please don't stay away from sugar. Then this is see. Then follow Van Dijk's in the final. Silly pass to Casado. Against Leeds, a poor defense against Brentford, and then a stupid own goal, which was the only reason Leicester City could fight on the day. But at the same time, I think for that particular goal, I blame what's his name? I blame Robert Sanchez. Chukwemeka, let's see, on form or on merit, given what we've seen overall performance of the players throughout from week 1 to week 29. That's what we're going by. In my opinion, I think that's the case. But if we differ, then I'll call on the chat to decide. And then
What's your
plug in a
question?
player.
Can I ask
So,
a question?
yeah, go ahead.
This we just
I'm hearing everybody saying this is a decent team. This is like our best team right now. It's looking good and
Mhm.
everything. And Poch has been playing this team. So why are we saying Poch is doing something wrong? So I was just curious.
I think in most cases, some people are
JC,
questioning the changes he makes. Like for instance,
ex-
when Starling starts on the on the flanks, even if he's the most awful player on the bench, he stays to the around 98 to 98, 70 plus minutes. And then when you take him off, you see from his body language that he's not happy that he's been taken off. Those, I think the question is more on the decisions, in-game management, in my opinion. But go ahead, Tobeho.
yeah, I agree with you. It's more in terms of in-game management. Also, for example, Enzo Fernandez last season under Porter or Lampard, he was is a deep line midfielder, but now under Poch, we are seeing something different, which doesn't suit Enzo Fernandez' game. You can see sometimes he struggles, sometimes he do well. So overall, I think since Poch is here to develop these players, he must develop these players very well. For example, even Noni Madueke doesn't get enough game time. Mudrik too, but Sterling can get 20 games playing badly, but he won't be subbed or won't be benched. That's the issue with Poch. Simple as that.
Yeah, and yeah, that's usually people are asking a lot of question of his in-game management, not really about his starting 11, because in most cases, actually, in a lot of the games we've played, we didn't have too many options on the pitch. But sometimes he starts players that we didn't expect to start, player that stank up the pitch in the last game gets to start the next one, and players that performed really well in a particular game gets dropped to the bench in the next game. I think that's those are the things that people didn't like. No, but that
So
was a crazy
basically,
question.
so
Yeah,
basically, what you people are saying is like I agree to a point about that also, and there is no agenda. I mean, if there are
no, no, no,
mistakes, we
no.
point out the mistakes, and if there are good things, I mean, this starting 11 has developed and evolved under Pochettino. We know these players in these positions doing well, and because Pochettino is playing like that, and we see the benefits of that as well, and overall the balance of it. But when there is something we do not understand or like we don't get it, then we move Porter to the middle
We do. Yeah,
and Enzo to the
yeah. I
left
think
wing.
we do.
It's
Mhm.
things like that which frustrating at times, but maybe he sees something. So eventually, end of the day, you try to analyze and say like we don't get it why he did that, or when he does something good, like it worked, like Rodri and Gallagher Bluetooth connection is very good. I mean, so that works, and Pochettino performs, so that's good. Eventually it's not an agenda, then it's just like and then you look at the table overall during the season, we are mid-table. So there are bad things more equally in amount as good things. So that's why basically we are in the middle of the table, and that's why Poch gets the criticism. So but lately I think the more frustration has been when he's been coming out and telling everybody this is a different Chelsea, so be happy with the mid-table team. This is who we are at the moment, and going to a stadium is an achievement, not the trophy. I mean, that's like cringy, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
indeed. I
Okay.
do agree with you, and that was an excellent question. So again, it addresses any concerns that we have an agenda. No, we don't. Sometimes I think the majority of the questions people have asked of him is about his in-game management. And Choma, it's in the house. Choma, I don't know whether you're still in the SA, wherever you are. Much love to you. I appreciate you being of the house, and this is for you. Thank you so much for finding the time to join us this particular morning. Yep, it's still morning for me. I know it's evening already for a lot of people. Let's see. Palmer, central attacking midfielder on the right wing, Mudryk left wing. We'll see us balance and attack down both flanks. And again, we can do another show. We still have time before the end of the international break where we select our strongest 11, including those that are injured and everybody. Then yeah, That's when we have a heated debate. But we're going by what we've seen so far after week 29, if that makes sense. A blue card for me. Let's see what we have. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Carney Chukwuemeka, not Gallagher. Unfortunately, blue card. That the manager will most likely start Gallagher over Carney Chukwuemeka, except until he does otherwise. I think I'd go with that, in my opinion. He has United fan, go easy on him. And we have NX. Clearly, that is this is your first time here. We appreciate you. Welcome to Chelsea Perspective. Feel at home. Express yourself. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil, no name calling. Your opinion matters here. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and help us grow. When it's in Kunkuba, I'm not too sure. I haven't looked at the time frame for his return of late. Let's see. Let's see what else we have here. Anything else here? You made a mistake there. You're trying to blame it on me, right? There are better people players out there in the market. Why ruin Gallagher's England future? I think he's getting England call up because of where the manager is playing him right now. But where does he play for England? That's a different argument for another day. Yeah, you're not doing like coach. You did you, so don't blame it on me. It wasn't Sanchez's fault. Sanchez did normal ball playing goalkeeping by coming out to making himself a passing option for the Sassi. I think that argument wins, really. I said that one wins, in my opinion. Chimera and anything else, here 433 CR8 shots from distance in helps us break down low blocks. So 4-2-3-1 is so possession based. A chess game that won't destroy low blocks. Good argument right there. And Chalma Constantine, that in my holiday went well. I needed it badly. Oh, so you're back. Choma is back, and congratulations. I hope the travels again, your travels back and forth was were good. Breaking news: Poch wants to take our players to the Tower of London to put them on the rack. Oh my goodness, just go away. Crazy to think this starting 11 is worth more than $500 million. Assuming you go with Jackson, I think definitely Jackson starts up top. Because after week 29, he's been one of our best performers there. No alternative. We're not saying agenda. It's just we are wondering why you're backing Pochettino's decision and the lineup. That's because we're going by what has worked for us after week 9. These games we've lost, we've seen the same crop of players play in those games. He isn't doing much coaching. If we are seeing Gallagher playing everywhere, some of the players have improved, but I'm still going to go with Mihailo Mudryk is massively on the coach, just like Yannick would say, Yang from Football Therapy. I mean, to make them bigger. Let's see what else we have here. Pochettino, what's Gallagher doing here with a poll? We're not going to use a poll because a poll would mean accommodating a player that hasn't played much this season. And Carney Chukwuemeka and Cole Palmer, for me, more effective in the right wing position than in the central area with our number 9 10 there. Kachila and back. SA was a great SA. South Africa was a good experience for you. Good to hear. Thank you for welcoming me back. Almost. We'll always welcome you back. You're an important member of the community. Just that you are always busy, but whenever time allows you, you do find time to join us and say hello. And I also like the video. 53 likes, people. Once we're done, we will start addressing your questions into the chat. If JC still has time, fine. If not, I understand. He stayed longer than usual. So, he's a respected member of the community. I hate to love him due to our debates, there's always something to learn. Instead of Gallagher far from home, it's Gallagher far from his position. Fix it. I'm not changing it. Go away. And the blue triple game is saying sub to our sister channel where all rivals are welcome-ish. So you're saying we're still gonna be biased. And I had a good conversation with Tobejo. Tobejo will be hosting a lot of shows in the sister channel. And if you want to be hosting shows, if you want to start your own shows, your own show, even on Chelsea Perspective or on sister channel or on our sister channel, Soccer Perspective, come, let's talk. You have a chance to make some money for yourself too. Let's see. Sanchez is Namaya, don't do that to me. I'm not reading that. It was a great experience. Thank you for welcoming me back. We'll always welcome you back, my sister there. I think Chelsea will win the FA Cup. Let's get past Man City first. Then we'll talk about that. It's weekend, just not working. You never know. Bosses I expect to work sometimes.
Coach,
You be on the call. Yeah, bro.
Coach, I will drop out now. I really need to go. I will leave you with the most difficult decision, like to who starts up front. So I
Mhm.
hope you get that one right. I have full
Yeah,
confidence
yeah,
in
the
you.
most difficult decision, right?
Yes.
All right. Much
I mean, you
appreciated,
are
Jesse.
you
It's
are
all
a
love.
master of tap-ins, so you ought to know that
Yeah,
position. So,
that's a good one. That's a good one, really. Much love to you, bro. Love and respect. And
okay,
hopefully
big
you
up to
have time
everybody.
to join
Thanks.
us
It
next
was a
time.
nice.
Big up, big up.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice. Thank
Um,
you.
Ian Masson has just been sent to the Tower of London. Yep, good one there to be put on the rack to get him to get bigger. Yeah. All right, bro. Much appreciated. Let's see. This stream is amazing. Kudos to the host for letting everyone have a say. That's how we operate. But thank you, more importantly, for becoming for joining the Chelsea Perspective community. Feel at home, express yourself. Like I've told you already, your opinion matters. Yep. Let's see anything else we have here. Again, Washington will start for sure. What game? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's debate that. Yeah. The most difficult decision here. And usually I took my time last night, just as Jesse said, took my time to think about it. I didn't want you guys to bother yourselves trying to figure out who starts in the number 9 position, especially in the absence of Christopher Nkunku. I think his thing, it took me time. I think it will be Jackson after some research. Yeah. So you don't have to bother about that one that much. And Poch isn't going to give Washington a try at striker position. I think so too, but you never know until he does otherwise. I think it's a good argument to say you don't see him playing. So it's obvious he will stick with Jackson. I wish Washington gets minutes. I think there's something I think Constantine Dante he said the other day that Washington probably because he plays a lot for the youth team. Maybe that has led to him not getting a chance to play. But if he doesn't, if we don't give him a chance as soon as possible, I will start asking questions why we paid 20 million euros for him. And I'm serious. No, no jokes, really. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. Jackson up top, I agree. I would put Jackson because he is improving and he has hired a coach to help him become a better striker. The last 3 goals or last 2 goals at least he scored for us, he didn't look like he was going to miss them. He looked confident on the ball and slotted them away perfectly. And people in the chat, this is more of a special announcement than just my bro joining here. He need listen. Let me read what he has there. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed. Please, we need 4 more. Just 4 more subscribers to hit 50. That will enable us to host live shows there. Please kindly go and subscribe. I know a lot of you have heard him talk about Chelsea. His football knowledge is excellent. But more importantly, listen, and that's why we are senseless on Chelsea Perspective. If you have a YouTube channel, it will help you get to where you'd be encouraged to do more. And he wants to be doing more. He wants to be doing live streams. We can help him get there. And here's why we're being, selfless. When we have more Chelsea aligned content creators create delicious content to reach more Chelsea fans wherever they are. He's in New York. It helps us grow our fan base. We all love Chelsea, and we want to grow our fan base, and we can do so by supporting Chelsea FC Jingles and help him get to 50 likes. It's very important. If you really do love Chelsea, support every Chelsea content creator. Even if you think that person is toxic, they still reach some certain Chelsea, a certain type of Chelsea content creators that consume the sort of content that they produce. So, but this guy, positive, more importantly, always objective. If you enjoy content on Chelsea Perspective, go and subscribe to CFC Jingles. 4 more subscribers to get him to 50 subscribers. so that he can do live streams. Let's get him there. I appreciate you, bro. I don't want to be against Poch originally, but seeing him start starting consistently and dumping Modric out to the bench for no reason, no rotation, that was at the end of me backing him. In all honesty, again, him not rewarding performance, which rewarding performance can lead to a player firing in all cylinders because you've shown them again that you can trust them, and that player would do more. That's the saying in my place, in my language, which says "Eto diken and kemere me o me kwazo," which translates to English: when you praise someone for doing the right thing, they would want to do more. But that has not been the case under Pochettino. I hope that changes because that would lead to a lot of these players doing well. Did you see? Did you guys see Washington in training scoring all types of goals, kicks, etc.? He will not learn that kid needs to stop scoring so much so that the manager will select him, right? Come on, everyone, subscribe to Chelsea FC Jingles. Let's help him get to 50 likes as soon as possible. From Weira to all of you in the chat, that brother needs 50 likes so that we can expand our outreach to reach more Chelsea fans. I must return to the H place. Big up Weira. Big up the panel. Enjoy it. Thank you so much. I wish, Chimera, just do coach out. So you see the response you will get. If you do coach out, so you see the response you get from what's the name? Nightbot. Interesting one. So let's see what else we have here. We've been streaming for 3 hours plus. So once I'm caught up, once I'm more caught up with what we have in the chat, I will start addressing your questions there. Okay, just telling me his spot out, saying, Coach, special thanks to you for all your. It doesn't matter, bro. Listen, I get it, you're my bro, but I do that for we here on Chelsea Perspective, we do that for everyone that owns a YouTube channel, especially if you're producing content for Chelsea fans. What we do, we're selfless here. We'll help you, get up there. Let's see. Yeah, I know, but unfortunately, we still have no DMs. I think I agree with you. And I just subscribed to the channel. Yes, Choma, thank you. Choma, thank you. So we need 3 more subscribers to get him to 50 so that he can start live streaming. And Jay, my fellow 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. bro. Nice to see you, Jay. Much respect to you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join us. How have you been? Have you recovered from the cold? I heard you say the other day that you're still you were under the weather at the time. I hope you've recovered, bro. Nice to see you. Let's see what else we have here. Big up to him. Chu and Constantine Dante. Did Constantine Dante do anything? Did he say anything nice? Chelsea FC Jingles, he is all right. Just needs to learn to say hello to everyone first, then ask for sauce. Constantine Dante, he was one of the first here. He has 2 accounts that he uses here. One uses his name. I'm laughing. I think I'm going to joke with our bro, Gavin. Gavin would just come and say, in the house, and that's it from him. But Constantine Dante, here's the truth here. Jude, he has 2 accounts. The other one has his real name, Oladipo Mesole. With that account, he says hello, and then he goes back and comes with this account. So you're wrong. That's hilarious, dude. I love our community so much. The love is so much. A big up Chelsea FC Jingles and everyone in the chat. Thank you. Much love. And Choma agrees. Let's see what else we have here. Casado is the answer to everyone. Let's see. Casade, so to speak. I hope those news. That's him now. That's him with his other account. I hope those news about us looking at midfielders are not true. Mudryk with more game time will become a beast, except if we are going for older experienced players just to balance things out. Maybe, I don't know. Casade is looking promising. I think I love that player. I hope he gets a chance. And Mason, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Lateness, they say, is greatness, but we'll be rounding up soon. Where's the width on the left? I hope Enzo isn't expected to fill those spaces Modric leaves and Kukurea doesn't fill. I think you can argue, even with this structure, the approach is more of, again, a 4-3-3 structure, much more balanced. I actually think Washington should be given a shot. I think so, too. I was disappointed that he didn't he wasn't used against Leicester City. That way, Jackson could continue operating down the flanks on the left, and he's been great there. All good, all good now, coach. Hoping the same for I can't complain, bro. My voice is way better, but I nearly lost it again, screaming for goals on the during our last game. I will come on live stream. Yeah, I think he will be streaming soon once he gets to 50 subscribers. But he's getting there. Let's see. Big up everyone in the chat. And let's see anything else to address. Nothing else. And here's the thing. I think the application more like 433, but usually once we switch to 433, you see Gallagher here and this guy here. That's usually we have, you can say, under Mauricio Pochettino, we have almost always used a hybrid structure. The structure you see isn't usually what we see. The players apply themselves differently, especially because we play with a more fluid approach. We've also seen 4-2-2 on occasions, 4-4-2, so to speak, on occasions, with these remaining like this, flanked by Palmer here, Mudryk here, and Gallagher and Jackson, and whoever that's playing up there. So it's not, we haven't used, again, a particular structure consistently, in my opinion. But that's, by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. All good, boss. Hope you're well. I can't complain. But I appreciate you letting us know that you've been good. See, we have to realize that Sterling is on 3 times the weekly wages of Mudryk. If Mudryk gets a more chance to start, I would be shocked. Rival fans need to stop hating on Mudryk and realize we have Sterling. And Mudryk himself, he's actually an excellent player, and I haven't at any time given up on him. So let me address these questions for the next, you can say, 10 to 15 minutes. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. Please don't ask me a difficult question. Otherwise, I'm going to pretend like I didn't see it. 55 likes, much appreciated, but not too many views in the back end. Usually the vertical version gets us more views. A question for you guys: would a better manager like Mourinho or Ancelotti play Gallagher in a pivot or a DM? Takes our squad seriously. Poch is a joke. Okay, you mentioned what manager there, like Mourinho and Ancelotti. That is just my opinion. As much as I think Gallagher is a good player and can get better, and he's improved so much, do I see Ancelotti playing him at all? I don't know. But if you want my opinion, I'd say I would say no. He would need a more technically gifted player than Gallagher. I think Gallagher will get there with time. Do I see Mourinho playing him anywhere in the middle of the pitch? If anything, Mourinho, if he's good at tackling, will probably move him to right back. Again, that is just my opinion. So that question wasn't easy, really, but I think I gave it my best. My opinion. But that was an interesting question, though. Mourinho played the double pivot of Ramirez and Fabregas, but those are two. Ramirez actually, in all honesty, Ramirez probably, maybe he was stereotyped. Maybe we didn't look beyond his industry to realize that there's more to his game than his industry, than his ability to run, than his ball-winning ability. Ramirez actually doesn't differ that much from Gallagher in terms of industry. But I would say Ramirez is more technically gifted than Gallagher. So, yeah, the pairing of Fabregas and Ramirez doesn't differ that much from the pairing of, you could say, no, it's different, really. But I would say, yeah, Ramirez doesn't differ that much from Gallagher in terms of industry, but Ramirez has more to his game than Gallagher, in my opinion. The question is not difficult, very easy. Gallagher would not start. But if you have any other questions, people, we have about 5 minutes to round off. I know the young Blues, probably their grandpa has made them breakfast right now, so I'm good to an extent. But if the 2-year-old wakes up, I need to be there. Otherwise, it's going to wreak havoc in the house before I get a chance. Ancelotti would push Gallagher further forward all the way all the way to North London. I hate you, man. I hate you, and I'm going to boo you. Oh my gosh, I freaking hate you, bro. East, West London, all directions, really. Let's see. When Leslie's coming back, coach, I'm not sure. Okay, maybe we should just round off by looking at what times like, a list of our injured players, what time the time frame for their return. Mourinho bought a world-class left back in Felipe Luis to replace Ashley Cole, and then played as Piquet in left back. I love Felipe Luis. We signed him from Atletico Madrid, all right? I loved him, but I wasn't too sure what happened. I think he's more of an offensive minded player, and Mourinho, he wants more from his defense, especially in the Premier League. I think that's the issue with that the signing of Felipe Luis at the time. Um, but really, funny, really. In all honesty, that's seriously, and that's just the truth. Yeah, and then the play that's flicked then left back, and Felipe Luis had to find a way to go back to Spain. Actually, I'm trying to look at our injury list, but I'm just discussing the issue with my stuff here. Yeah, that's hilarious, really. Yeah, go run a world marathon more. Mo would say, I think Mourinho can use him. Mourinho, here's this the thing about Mourinho. Mourinho wouldn't mind the player coming on and causing, you can say, getting a red card, but as long as he unsettles a certain player on the opposition side. I think Mourinho will find a way to make good use of whatever you believe Gallagher brings to the table. In my opinion, the Ramirez Fabregas double pivot was suicidal in transition. You can argue that it wasn't perfect, really. Coach, do you take what did I do to this guy? Stop. Leave me alone, Leighton. Just leave me alone. Another question for you guys. Would you welcome Lukaku back? I I can't speak. Roma does seem to be keen on a permanent move. Washington will not elevate his game. Having a Belgian Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna say that we used to call Lukaku the elephant in the room, and my response to this, I don't want him back. He's toxic, and he hasn't actually stopped. He hasn't stopped. You can say even sometimes the detail is what the detail in the comment is what people didn't say. The last time when he was asked about the possibility, something to the effect of the possibility of him returning to Chelsea, I think his response was something to the effect of he doesn't want to go there. He doesn't want to go get into the mess there or something to that effect. Okay, let's talk about what he didn't say in that comment. What he didn't say was that he doesn't want to go back to the sort of mess, to the sort of nonsense, the sort of issues going on at Chelsea right now. So sometimes the detail in a comment is what the individual didn't say. On that day, the only thing he didn't say that Chelsea are a nonsense club right now, and this is what doesn't want to go to that. He doesn't want to be part of it. He even laughed actually. So yeah, that's how I see it. I don't want him. Felipe Luis didn't see it. Also miss home too much. Do you think that was the case? Okay, I didn't know. Not all foreign players settle in the UK. You can argue that. Are we saying that if Gallagher stayed at Palace, Vieira wouldn't help him turn into again? I think here's the thing. I would actually pick Gallagher over Mason Mount, but I don't want to get into that argument right now. I think Vieira was getting the best out of him. He performed the entirety of the season for them. It wasn't like he was in and out of form. Whenever he's on the pitch, he performed 150%. Vieira, again, we're okay, just having a conversation there. Coach needs whiskey. Thank you for that suggestion there. Let's see anything else to address. Any questions? Otherwise, we're going to call it a day. I don't want Lukaku back. I don't want him back either. No, Felipe could defend just fine, but he was more of an offensive-minded player, in my opinion. I think he was excellent offensively, in my opinion. Maybe I don't remember him that well. I think the issue is that defensively, I think he struggled a bit. I could be wrong, but maybe you're correct. Gallagher got player of the season at Palace. Yeah, I always remember that. He performed throughout the season for them. I don't remember him getting injured too. Again, whenever called, and he was excellent for them. He was never out of form at Palace. I know Gallagher is not a technically gifted player, but I just saw that if he was using a 4-3-3 structure, I've said that 1,000 times. We'll get more out of him in a 4-3-3 structure on the right hand side. We would have another goal scoring midfielder. Right now, we are struggling for goal threats. Up to the manager to figure it out. Aspie did a pretty good job. You can argue it was like he slotted right in the left back position. In my opinion, Aspie played right back, right center back, left back for us. What a player he was for us, in my opinion. Would have been would have won the UEFA Champions League if Mourinho didn't do that stupid move, and Azpilicueta should have been right back as Ivanovic was getting washed. That was the main reason we failed in 15-16. I didn't pay that much attention to realize that those were the reasons why we failed at the time. He was frail. Wow, some argument. Everyone for Easter, I am sending you. Don't send to other people. Start telling me about the sugar thing. Let him please leave me alone. Azpilicueta would have been a world-class right back if Mourinho didn't suddenly think again he was a left back. And I'm going to say this: I think I respect Azpilicueta so much, what he did for us. And when a lot of his teammates were jumping the ship, he stayed. He stayed, and you should watch his farewell message. He was crying. If you're a true Chelsea fan, you'd cry watching that video. But I just had to talk about him because you mentioned him. What a servant he was for us. Served us well. Was what class? Yeah, he was. Yeah. But the good thing is that he served us very well in every position. Right center back. In a three-man. Again, in a three at the back structure. Left back also. What a player he was for us. And proves that he did prove that there's more to his game. When we signed Alvaro Morata, the sort of you can say crosses he was putting into the box with them. He helped Morata get a lot of the goals he got at Chelsea. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's by the way, people. You guys don't seem. It doesn't look like you guys have too many questions. So I think it's about time we call it a day. We've been streaming for 3 hours, 30 minutes, and I'm tired, and I have to go take care of my boys. If we have time, we'll do another show later in the day. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along. I appreciate you all. What else do we have here? Nothing else to talk about. And I want to say thank you to Constantine Dante. Thank you to Namara Fawale. Thank you to Supreme Calls in the chat. He says you don't remember him because Mourinho didn't use him enough. It's that simple. Yep, I agree with you. Rich Amoni Mekos. And we also have anybody else in the house, and the blue to forget what's in the house. Anybody else? Vic was here. Annex, I appreciate you all. And Vera, I appreciate you all. Much love to all of you. And if I missed your name, apologies. And of course, Constantine Dunn. Apologies if I missed your name. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. AM and I'm up again. again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the a.m. that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the a.m. that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say,